There we go. It will take a couple of seconds. You get some people will join in. Can you see the eye on the screen?
Can I see the what on the screen?
There's like an eye. So like there's one person watching now. Next to where it says live and the time.
I can see the live and the time, yeah.
Okay, so there's 6 people watching now. Afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining in. It's a pre-match with me, Ben, and Connor here.
Hi, everyone.
How are we doing today, Connor? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself? How you feeling?
Optimistic, which is the worst thing because I'm always like really negative. Like the Newcastle game, I was so negative. I was like, oh, absolutely hammered. And then we won. But when I feel optimistic, it's normally a bad sign.
Yeah. I find that I don't know what it's been since the last couple of games. They're obviously so disappointing, but I don't feel as nervous as I did for whatever reason in the lead up to these games. Maybe it's the position that we're in. I kind of feel like, things can only get better. I'm not sure, but not feeling as nervous, but it's probably down to the fact that Spurs aren't exactly in the hottest of form as well.
Well, this is the thing as well, and it seems strange to think it when you consider the pair of us, like the pair of our clubs. It seems strange to think it, but this is actually being considered like an 𝗪𝗁𝗂𝗧.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you give to be in Tottenham's position right now? And they're talking about shifting Thomas Frank on, and I get it. This is what confuses me about the media, right? All this "be careful what you wish for" bollocks. This is what confuses me: is that we were overachieving for a time, and that was when we should have capitalised. But Tottenham have been overachieving for quite a while now, and everyone will say to us, "Oh, when we were saying, oh, look, we want someone a bit more progressive than Moyes," everyone was saying, "Oh, be careful what you wish for. The grass isn't always greener." But Tottenham are literally like how is everyone's in favour of them shifting Thomas Frank on?
Yeah,
but they need to be careful what they wish for because they've been through it. They've had Conte, they've had Mourinho, they've had some of these bigger name managers, and they still sit. I don't know. I mean, I know people say West Ham fans are deluded, but Tottenham fans genuinely must be. It's got to be worse.
I've got quite a few buddies of mine that are Spurs fans, and I go over to quite a few games with them. I've been to many Spurs West Ham games. I was at the game last year in White Hart Lane or whatever they call it, the 4-1, the game that Kudus got sent off. But having chatted to those boys this morning, just before he jumped on, I was kind of just having a bit of a general chinwag. And their expectation is like every year to minimum get to the Europa League. Like, not getting to Europe is seen as a huge failure for them. And as you say, they've gone through so many managers, and right now where they are is they just find the football so depressing. But they're a bit like ourselves. They're going from one extreme to the other. They've gone from Ange Ball to Thomas Frank, and obviously they're 6 points, is it, from Europe? So they're not actually that far away from where they want to be. I think it's just the style of play is really getting them down, and also there's a huge number of injuries as well that they have, which is probably playing a role. But I think Thomas Frank is finished, to be honest. I think it's just a matter of time before he's gone.
Yeah, you can kind of see the writing on the wall already, can't you? Like the fans ain't having him. I think the best thing, like, I know, as I said about David Moyes, be careful what you wish for, but look at like the Tottenham fans have hounded and harassed Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
And now he's gone. You're starting to see what a shambles the club is. Like,
yeah,
he really did a good job at guiding that club. I know he didn't invest where he should have, but they were buying better players and more frequent than us. They were being more ambitious than us. And I mean, look at their stadium compared. It absolutely hurts me to admit that they have one of the best stadiums in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But fair play to them, Best.
It is an amazing stadium. I've been there, as I mentioned, a couple of times, and it is amazing. I've been there for football, and I was there for a couple of rugby matches as well in the past. And it is an amazing place. It's a far cry from what we've got, even though seating wise it's pretty much identical. But yeah, no. So I just think that like going back to Levy, like, you know, he did, in fairness to him, I suppose, is like he always did good deals in terms of like he got a lot of money out of for players that they were selling on. I think where the Spurs fans got frustrated was when he tried to keep driving harder and harder deals, bringing players in, and a lot of them might have fallen by the wayside over a million here or a million there type of thing that he was trying to squeeze. And we're probably guilty of the exact same. You know, we could have gotten players over Charlie Cresswell, for example. We could have got him over the line in the summer, but we just kind of kept, I suppose, digging in and trying to negotiate.
Yeah, it's one of them things, really. Like, I mean, they pulled our pants down for Kudus, I think. But
Yeah.
Afternoon, Scott. Thanks for joining in, mate. It would be harder to do worse than our owners have. Yes, they saved us, but they will walk away having made millions while leaving us without a home. That's spot on, to be fair. Like, yeah, they did save us, but I'd be interested to know if they were the only offer on the table at the time. Obviously, Magnussen was in a bad way when he sold up to this bunch of charlatans, but I kind of feel like if Magnussen had stayed in charge, we eventually probably would have gone into liquidation. But what we're seeing now feels like liquidation. Like this trip to the. But I mean, what's your opinion on the owners? I don't think I've ever really asked you about your opinion on the owners.
Who, me? Yeah, I suppose who else you talking to? Yeah. No, like obviously, you know, it's a bit like it's different from I suppose when you're further afield, you know, not going to the games as much. But from my perspective, like I just think that, you know, the owners have. Well, I think the biggest thing, and we can go on about it for over and over again, is just obviously where we're at in terms of the London Stadium. I mentioned going back to when I first started West Ham in '95, it was due to the fact that I went to Upton Park, got to see what like West Ham was all about. It was an electric atmosphere, and thought it was great. And but in terms of where we are now and the owners, I just think that, you know, as I said, I think our video we're chatting yesterday, I think they just tried to do the absolute minimum to keep us in the Premier League. Yeah. And as a result, they've underinvested in the squad. They've I think that, you know, Sullivan has his own ideas in terms of what players he wants to bring in, and we have this disjointed mess of a squad. And I just think that if we had a more cohesive, like, I know I'm jumping around a bit here, but like if we look at the likes of Brentford, Brighton, Bournemouth, like they can lose a manager and the structures are in place that they can look like they can be as good as. Like Keith Andrews, my countryman, went in at Brentford after Thomas Frank moved on, and everyone thought they're going to get relegated because Mbeumo, Wissa, and Norgard went. And now then you're in a position where they're actually performing better. So when you have structures like that in place, clubs can thrive with the changeover. But we've gone from manager to manager and never got a bounce, you know?
It's difficult to get a bounce when you've got such a negative style of play.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to get a bounce. Afternoon, Damien. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that I don't know. I'm used to doing this a bit later in the day. So I thought the lineups might have been out by now, but no, you're right. Have you got a good feeling, bad feeling about the game today, though? I mean, as I said to you, Connor, I feel like Tottenham are there for the taking. But what worries me is on the flip side, the way we've played in some of our games. If we play the way we played against Wolves, this is going to be one of the most embarrassing games in a long time.
I don't think we can play as bad as in the first half we did against Wolves. And that was the one thing that I had in my mind. I was like, one thing's for certain, we'll be in this game late on. You know, it'll be nip and tuck, and then before you knew it, no, it was 3-0. So like that was just an abomination. I don't think I've ever seen a first half as bad in my life before. I think that today, if we, like, as we mentioned, the Spurs fans are on Frank's back. They're on the players' back. They are just one goal away from going off, you know? So if we can get that early goal, get a bit of pressure early on, I think that we can turn the atmosphere in a big.
The fans are actually protesting the board today.
Yeah,
the Tottenham game. So I mean, we've been in that situation many times, but that hopefully is going to sway. I feel like I say this every week in my pre-match build-up. Every game, I say the first 20 minutes are the most important for us. If we can go the first 20 minutes without conceding, I always feel a lot more positive, because it feels like we can grow in confidence, we can grow into the game, we can calm down a bit, whereas everyone seems a bit panicked at the beginning. So I feel like that first 20 minutes, it's the most important period of the game for us. So if we could get a goal early on and suck the life out of that crowd, as long as we don't sit back and try and defend a 1-goal lead, I think we'll be all right.
And that goes to Scott's message a few moments ago. The players seem to feel the pressure, and I think that's a kind of a key piece for us, because I was doing the numbers, and I haven't got them to hand, but I was doing them a couple of weeks ago in terms of how many games that we've had that we've thrown points away from winning positions. Like, we've had so many 1-0 leads, we've been up at half time, and I think that the position that we're in, points are so vital, they're so crucial, that I think that weighs so heavily on the players and the management. I think if we were in 12th position, just hypothetically, and we were in those same positions in those games, I don't think we would have thrown away as many points. I think it's weighing so heavily on the players that every point, or especially 3 points, matters so much, that it's just the nerves. You can feel it, from the players so much, and the management as well, that I think that's what's kind of causing us such problems in keeping a hold of leads. And obviously we saw, I can't remember which game it was, might have been Bournemouth, where got to the 50th minute, 55th minute, and I was like, right, we're holding on for dear life here. And we were lucky to get a point that day, and we got absolutely annihilated. But in the first half, we were pretty okay, I thought. We obviously got the 2 goals from both were from Wilson, were they? I'm not sure, but one of them was. Yeah. But anyway, I'm just thinking we need to be able to hopefully get a 2-goal lead, and just go, if we can. That's because I just think that a 1-goal lead, we're not secure enough at the back to defend that.
What annoys me most about Nuno, and I'm hoping that, I always think, when I think about this stuff, I think there is no way. I'm not like a football supercomputer. I'm an average supporter. I like watching football. I know a little bit. I'm all right at Football Manager. I'm not Jose Mourinho, but I look at some things and I think, how comes the manager can't see this? Like Amorim with his back 3, he carried on. But I look at Nuno, right? 2-0 up against Bournemouth, we fucked it because we tried to play defensive. 1-0 up against Forest, we fucked it because we sat off, and they got quite lucky. Fulham, we fucked it because we sat off. Aston Villa, we fucked it because we sat off. And to be fair, absolute worldie they scored. So why is it that he can't see this trend of, when we're defending, we lose? Yeah. When we're playing defensive football, we lose. When we're on the front foot, seeing Fernandes nick the ball off the edge of the penalty area in that Villa game, I thought, this is it. This is players showing fight. But we need to see more of that. But Graham, afternoon, mate, all the way from Canada. 2-2 today. Yeah, take a draw. Just on the likeliest outcome. At the moment, I mean, the odds will change and everything as the game gets closer and the lineups are revealed. But at the moment, they've got it at 59% Tottenham win, 23% of the draw, and 21% West Ham win. So, it's not.
How are those numbers calculated? Who calculates them?
They'll be calculated using form, and player ability, player form. But obviously, this will be, the bookies don't really set their odds until the starting 11s come out. We'll have the likelihood. So I guess this is probably just the likelihood based off statistical analysis. There's a 57% chance of both teams to score. and there's a 58% chance of over 2.5 goals, which I do think there'll be goals today, and we're not keeping a clean sheet.
Yeah.
The most likely result the bookies have given as it goes is 10.9% chance of a 1-1 draw. And that's the most likely result, they reckon.
Yeah, well, we played out a 1-1 draw last time, mate, didn't we?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is a draw. Like, I don't think. Well, I suppose I was going to say I don't think days like today are like, scenarios where a point isn't useful to us. I think a point would be useful to us, but I'd really like to see us try and just go after them.
Sorry, mate. I've got the starting 11 now.
I'll go for it.
Give me 1 second. Right. I'm not sure. The teams haven't been updated yet on the screen, so I'll just run through it. We're going to start with 𝗪𝗲𝗏𝗧 in goal, wan-Bissaka, Todibo, 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗧, 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗪, and then in midfield we're going to have 𝗪𝗁𝗁, Fernandes, 𝗪𝗏𝗏, and he's done what I wanted him to do. We got Bowen, Pablo, and Tati playing up front.
Wow. Okay.
So I think he's gone 4-4-2 there.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
That is going to be fantastic. And despite all the speculation, Wilson's on the bench.
Wow. Okay, that's very surprising. I thought he was gonzo, which made no sense to me. But yeah, that's very interesting.
For me, that makes me feel a lot more positive.
Yeah.
If he's gone 4-4-2, taking it back to basics, playing with 2 strikers up top, the pair of them are going to work well together.
Yeah.
Owen's going to be sitting a bit deeper, which means we should have a little bit of a little bit more support when coming back on wan-Bissaka, because we do get caught out on that wing quite a bit. That makes me feel very good about the game.
When I go to the Spurs lineup, I have that here as well.
Yeah, go for it. Go for the Spurs.
Yeah, so Vicario, Porro, Romero, Mickey van de Ven, Ben Davies, then Conor Gallagher, who's obviously straight into the lineup, Archie Gray, Odegaard, Xavi Simons, Tell, and Kolo Muani. I'm not terrified. I speak to a lot of Spurs fans, and none of them are convinced by Simons, Tell, or Kolo Muani. I know they're big enough names, but none of them kind of rate them. I do, unfortunately, like them having. Well, if I was them, I'd be happy enough to have Gallagher in the team. Archie Gray, I know, is highly rated, but he's young. I think we can get at them.
He's a great player. That was a great bit of business by them as well to hijack that signing. When I saw that, I kind of thought, wow, I wish we were doing business like that. Right, I'm going to try and put the line up in the comments there. It's probably not going to come up too nicely, but
that looks perfect. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
we've got someone behind.
This is a big game for Somerville to kick on from last week. If he can link up with Pablo, Tati, Bowen, this, I think this is a big game for Somerville.
Yeah, it is a big game for Somerville. I'm not sure what we're going to see, because sometimes you see a different kind of player with Somerville. 1 minute you've got this kind of, like I said to you the other day, we've got this confident flair player, and the next minute we kind of got someone who's just running into the ground. But I'm feeling good about that. Versus Bournemouth. I could feel the pressure building versus Bournemouth, to be fair. I just think he went 15 minutes or so early. Yeah, he did. And I mean, it's not a great game for us to be. The only real player that I worry about on there is Gallagher, to be honest. He's a great player, and it's a great bit of business from Tottenham there. There's still there we go. We're going to get dominated in midfield. Let's hope not. Afternoon Frog, fingers crossed, of course, but we have literally just lost 3-0 to Wolves, 2-1 to Forest, and struggled to beat QPR. We did struggle to beat QPR, but the attacking stats were quite good. So I mean, sometimes you just need an attacking performance to build on. Tatty's got a taste of blood now, so let's hope he's gonna go and kind of kick on. I do think it will only get better. 3-0 loss, I'm predicting. Oh, Damien.
Keep the chin up, Damien.
Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope not. He's a very knowledgeable man, though. With the football, he kind of had the one up on quite a few players that we signed. He kind of already had them in his sight. So he is a learned man.
So we might have to put a couple of quid on Damien's score prediction.
Yeah, I hope it's not 3-0 though.
No, I hope it's not. And I think as well, like playing Pablo and Taddy, like I think they're both going to work their socks off. I think that's important for us in the spot that we're in. Is just players that are willing just to put a shift in. Like I think it's fair to say, like 𝗪𝗀 will put a shift in. I know there's going to be probably people in the comments who are screaming out that he shouldn't be starting, but you know, I think where we are now, I think a bit of leadership that he brings, I think, is valuable to the team. It's attacking enough. Like we've got Somerville. Yeah, like the midfield battle is going to be a key one for sure.
It is going to be a key one, but that's been the same for us all season. And that is why, you know, I'm seeing this comment here from Sam. I know it's only paper talk at the moment, but what are your thoughts if we sign Kante? Good or a waste of money? We need someone dominant in that midfield. And although I wish it wasn't, I don't know how old he is now, 120 years old or something he is. But you know, he keeps himself very fit and he keeps himself well. So hopefully the fact that he's old won't matter that much. But we do definitely need someone. We do definitely need someone who's going to kind of come in and boss that midfield a bit. But what do you reckon on Kante? Do you reckon it's...
Well, like I remember he was kind of considered a spent force. He went off to Saudi and then he came in for the World Cup in France, didn't he? For that a couple of years ago, and he was played pretty well. Like I think he's the kind of guy that can, you know, as you say, keep himself fit and raring to go. And I think wouldn't be the word. I wouldn't be opposed to it. That's for sure.
No, I don't think it would be a terrible signing, but I mean, he is kicking on a bit. I also just got news here that Man United are beating Man City 1-0. And 𝗪𝗲𝘀 scored that goal. They're certainly having some lift under Carrick. they look much better. They look much better. This could be a real roasting, and you know what, Damien, this is what I was just saying a little while ago, is that I either think we're going to do really well or this is going to be really bad. I'm hoping that we can I've got some odds coming through here as well from one of our group chats. Tatty to score a hat-trick is 150 to 1 and Bowen hat-trick is 175 to 1. So someone's on a delay.
Ask Damien if he's got what his thoughts are on that.
Yeah. Somerville brace 35 to 1. Pablo brace is 17 to 1. Bookies are back in the new boys quite a bit by the looks of things. That's coming from Toby. I don't know if he's in the chat yet, but if you're in the chat, Toby, thanks for the updates, mate. Afternoon, Mandy. I think Wilson's a good option off the bench. If you hear screaming, by the way, I do live in Manchester, and the bloke upstairs from me is a Man United supporter, and he's on a delay. But he's going absolutely bollocks to upstairs, absolutely bollocks crazy. Russ is going to be joining us in a bit, so you'll only have to put up with just us two for a little while longer, guys. Michael, good lineup. Yep, come on, you irons. Exactly. Wilson and Tatty could be good. I agree. Scott, it's nice to have
no Magasa on the bench. I just noticed.
Yeah, I think he kind of struggled a bit. The other week. I think he kind of looked a bit nervous. He was making some pretty hefty tackles, and he was kind of didn't look like he was concentrating. But he's a young player. I think this is the problem: is that we had a very old squad, and we were struggling to keep up with the pace of the game. But now we've got a fairly young squad. We're struggling to stay engaged for a game. It is difficult for these younger players to concentrate. I mean, do you see plenty of players now? It's coming out. Gary O'Neill saying about Kilman not being able to concentrate, and Aaron Ramsdale saying he can't concentrate, which is not what you want to hear from your goalkeeper, is it?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And yeah, I think, like he played great. I think the big game, the standout game from Nagasa was the United game. And I think since then he hasn't looked as good. But what's your thoughts on Fernandes?
I like Fernandes, but having said that, the other week against Wolves, when Paqueta missed his first game, I didn't like his attitude. He lost the ball and he wasn't chasing it down. He was just kind of he literally turned into Paqueta. He threw his arms up in the air and just walked off. At least Paqueta would have got himself booked or something trying to chase back, But I don't like that attitude from players. The thing is, as well, is I'm old fashioned in my enjoyment of football. Like it's probably that Sunday league in me. I like to see people giving it a go. If you lose the ball, then take someone out. Do something. I don't like it sometimes when players give up like that. I really don't like that.
Yeah.
I think we're about to have the main man join us.
Oh wow.
The big boss. I'll give you a good build up there, Russ.
A rose in between two thorns.
We've got here Damien reckons minimum of 3 goal deficit.
Yeah.
Oh, Damien.
Good old Damien.
Stop pissing on my parade. All right. Let me be optimistic for now. Later on, I'll be negative and I'll have the ump after we lose. But for now, just let me enjoy my fucking day before West Ham ruin it.
Exactly. Right. Let me just sort this out. If I kick people out, I'm gonna bring people back in. So don't worry. Let me just sort everything out. Hello. Well, that doesn't work, does it?
Main event.
Right. Let me sort this out. 2 secs.
Oh, Gallagher is good. I'd rather have Fernandes.
Would you?
That is an interesting comment. I mean, in what way would you rather have Fernandes than Gallagher? Like, why would you prefer to have Fernandes and Gallagher? Rather see Wilson Tatty over Pablo. I want to see what they can both do up top, if I'm honest. Pretty much our best lineup. I agree with that, Davey. Afternoon, mate. Thanks for getting involved. Man United have been the better team. Yeah, I've seen them looking at the stats here. They look like a changed team under Carrick. Sometimes managers are just too stubborn, and Amorim wouldn't change it. So, hope. Did we dodge a bullet with Amorim, guys? Let me know. Somerville seems to be switching it back on again. Fingers crossed. Yep, he does, Frog. Worth a £10 bet. Which is worth a £10 bet?
I think Amorim is just too set in his ways. I just think that, he's too stubborn, and I think that it wouldn't have been a right fit for us. I think he's a mismatch for a lot of teams, I think.
Yeah, he is. I think that's the problem you have with a young manager. I think when they're young, they haven't got the experience to be able to say, like, it's not working. I've got to change it up a bit. But then again, we had someone experienced in David Moyes who persisted with the same shit over and over again, losing 6-0 to Arsenal and shit like that. Yeah. Do we get rid of Nuno after the game if we lose, or do we keep him until the end of the transfer window? There's no point in just keeping him till the end of the window. If we're not going to get rid of him, then we need to. If we're going to get rid of him, he needs to go straight away. We can't let him have the rest of the window. Otherwise, the board will just use that as an excuse to not buy players. What do you reckon, Connor? What's your opinion on Nuno?
I suppose when you look at the managers we've gone through, we've never seen any form of bounce whatsoever. Like we saw no bounce with Potter, Lopetegui, obviously now Nuno, and I think now, like, realistically, if we were to get another manager in, I don't see anything realistically changing personally. So if I was the board, or if I was making a decision over the manager, I personally would keep Nuno, and go from there, because I just don't see any improvement. If it was something really obvious, a really obvious manager who was going to turn it around, I would say fair enough, but I just don't see it. And I think that just stick with Nuno. That would be my take.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see. Right, we're gonna have to pay him out anyway. I think we've got him until the end of the season. I think he only signed. I don't know, actually. I can't remember, but I hope he's only on a short-term contract till the end of the season. And if we're gonna go down, then we may as well save the money paying him off, because I don't think it's gonna make a difference. I mean, Ozzy, dear, there's no point. You're right. There is literally no point. Who can come in and save us? Oh, Damien said 3-year deal or 2.5 years. So we're still gonna have to pay him off.
BSL. What would you think? Like, if we do go down, would you be inclined to get rid of Nuno, or would you have him in the championship?
I'd get rid of him, but only because I don't want to be playing negative football in the championship. The only thing that I'd enjoy about being in the championship is being able to win games and kind of go on the front foot at teams. Yeah. So I'd like to see, if Michael Carrick doesn't get a full-time role at United, which it looks like he probably will, because the team he's assembled, they don't look like they're only going to be there for a couple of months. If Michael Carrick doesn't get the Man United job, I'd love to see Carrick in charge of West Ham.
Yeah, it would make sense.
But also, like, I think there are some other kind of managers that we could be looking at. I mean, I don't see why we don't just get Glasner in. He'd love it in the championship. Glasner would love it in the championship. Fernandez is 20 and he's fouled constantly. Never get. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I was saying to Anton the other week that I do see in Fernandez, I do see a player who will one day play for Real Madrid or Barcelona. He's got that kind of flair. I do agree there that, I mean, I like the idea of Gallagher in the team, but I wouldn't swap him for Fernandez.
But I completely agree with you, Fernandez. I think in 5 years' time or 3 years' time, he's going to be an elite footballer. It won't be with West Ham, unfortunately, more than likely, but I think he will be an absolutely elite footballer that we'll look back on and kind of say what a player he is, or he was. Same with Guilherme. Like, he might turn around and become a world beater in a couple of years too. It's one of those things where I was saying to you yesterday, with Guilherme anyway, it's like we didn't have the time, the luxury of time to let him, I suppose, get the game time.
Yeah, he was in the team at the wrong time.
Yeah,
I think he'll go on something special, and I mean that's mainly because my love of Football Manager. That lad is unreal on Football Manager. But
oh really? Yeah.
We got this here. What was the idea of bringing in Paco? Now, Paco, obviously, we brought in this new defensive coach this week.
Yeah,
I think he is here to take Nuno's job at the end of the season. That's my opinion, and I wouldn't be adverse to the idea either. But I mean, I haven't got his record in front of me. I will check it out in a minute. But he's kind of one of them people. I've just seen here as well, by the way, the likelihood of a red card or a higher card count is higher than usual for this game. And 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗪, who is a referee for today, is known as being quite active with his whistle. So yeah, there's quite an expectations. The bookies believe that this game is probably going to boil over. And they reckon Christian Romero is going to be one of them players. United have just scored again. It's 2-0 United.
I saw that.
So yeah, my neighbour's about to go mad upstairs.
He's on a delay, you're saying, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Is that Kobe Mano?
I think it's Dorgu.
Dorgu. Oh yeah, I can see the hair now. They're all kind of cuddling him at the moment. But yeah, so it looks like there might be a card in this game. So yeah, Scotty, that's another thing. Yeah, red card stats are high with no Pac-Man. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit tasty today.
I agree.
Brazilian traitor. Fuck off home. Yeah, he's not done himself. He's not painted himself in the greatest light this week. But remember, half of what you see and none of what you read.
But like every single time earlier in the season, every time there was a rumor around Paqueta leaving, the game directly afterwards, he performed like he had to put his best performances in. Obviously, he's not going to be doing the same today, but it might have been the day where he would have actually played half decent for us, you know.
Yeah. Well, this is what I think as well, because I've been seeing that that apparently we're gonna sell him with a loan back.
I saw that,
and I do think that if that would be the best option for us, because he will go, but then he'll kind of have that freedom to express himself for the rest of the season because he's not attached to outcome. I think when I worked in sales, when I first started working in sales, I wasn't very good. And I had this guy with me, Mark, and he was absolutely fantastic salesman. He could sell water to a fish. This bloke was unreal. Like, he used to sit people down and I'd watch him just manipulate them. He was a magician. We went, like, one day I was like, oh, can we go for lunch like one afternoon, and I want to pick your brain or whatever. And he said to me, if you're already thinking about making the sale, you've already fucked up. Yeah. Like, you don't be attached to outcome. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. So don't be attached to outcome. And I think that kind of freedom gives you the ability. I mean, I made a lot of sales after that, and I still helps me out now. But I do think that is something that's very true for life in general. You know, if you've got that pressure of feeling attached to outcome, whereas Paqueta, it would free him up.
Absolutely, yeah. I think a bit of freedom for him. Like, and obviously he's not been the player that we saw a couple of years ago, due to a multitude of reasons, primarily the fact that he had this charge hanging over his head for so long. And like the bit that really frustrates me, and this is basic because everyone gets frustrated with the same thing, is like, he is that kind of creative piece that we have. He is that guy that can find that pass, thread that needle. It's just the little flicks and little, you know, pirouettes and things like that he does and loses the ball. If we could just if you could now, it won't be for us more than likely, but if you could just drill that out of him somewhat. I was watching a video there recently. Who was your man from QPR? He was a magician. He also played for Spurs as well. It'll come to me anyway. But it was the same thing. Like, he just couldn't stop he couldn't drill the tricks out of him, and it cost him as a player. And I think that's the same with Paqueta. It's just that he always tries these little touches that just end up costing us the ball in generally fairly dangerous positions. Which is a shame.
It is a shame. I just want to take a minute, just while I've got everyone here, just to kind of plug my own agenda for a second. I'm just going to post a link into the comments. This is for my Just Giving page. For those of you who don't know, my wife basically suddenly became epileptic after we got married. I had to provide CPR. She almost died, and it took me like 2 minutes to bring her back round. And since then, it's been a bit of a shitstorm with like the lack of support from like hospitals and stuff like that. But we got a lot of help from Epilepsy Society. They really helped us out. So I'm going to be running the Manchester Marathon in April, and I'm really trying to raise some money. So I'm going to post the link in the comments. And obviously, if you can't afford to donate, I appreciate that. But if you wouldn't mind just sharing the link for me, just to build a bit of awareness, try and help us get those numbers up, if that's all right, guys. I will let us go back to more positive stuff now, but I just wanted to get a plug in there.
When's the marathon again?
April, I believe 13th. I believe.
How's the training going? What kind of training are you doing at the moment?
I'm hammering. I'm in the gym every day. I'm kind of going between recovery runs and then faster runs. You know, I did my fastest ever 5K the other day, 35 minutes, which is not great, but it's not bad for someone who's I'm working my way up. But yeah,
I did the marathon once. It was a long time ago, 2008. I did the Dublin Marathon. Nearly 20 years ago.
2008.
2008. I did the Dublin Marathon in 2007 and 2008. Show my age a little bit there, but yeah, going back a while.
How did you find it?
I found it. I did it with buddies of mine. So I did it with 3 people the first time, and actually 1 person the first time, and then 3 people did it the second time. And to be honest, like, I wasn't aiming for any kind of crazy time or anything like that. I found that now this is going to sound stupid, because I wasn't killing myself looking for a crazy time or anything like that. I found it actually easier than I expected, primarily because there's such a buzz around the route that every, turn you're making, people are shouting out and calling you out. What I would suggest is, like, put your name, like, on your bib somewhere, because then people will be like, go on, Ben, keep it going. You'll get a bit of extra, push behind you. So I just found that bit was really positive and helped a lot. And it is a good buzz. Now, you will be absolutely knackered and you will be wrecked, but at the same time, I just think if you kind of ride the kind of wave of kind of adrenaline, you'll get there.
To be fair, I might start wearing my name on my jumper when I go running on the streets.
Yeah.
When I'm normally running, I just hear people shouting, you fat wanker, and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ.
No, I had someone the other week threw a McDonald's milkshake at me out their car.
No, what is going on? Like, I've been to Manchester. I didn't think it was that bad. Jesus.
I know. No, it's not actually that bad. It was closer to Bolton. So
yeah, well, there, okay, fair enough.
So, that'll that says enough about that. But yeah, I'm just enjoying it, getting fit and trying to raise some money for a good cause. But it helps as well for anyone struggling with high blood pressure to numb the pain of West Ham. But if we lose today, I'm going straight to the gym. I'll go to the gym, I'll blast out a quick 5K, and I'll chill out. Whereas I used to just go to the pub.
I was about to say, yeah, I thought you were going to suggest going for a pint, but that's a much more healthy way to manage West Ham losses.
Yeah, it does help out. What we got here? I don't think the new guy's here to replace Nuno. I think because it's the transfer window, he needs to be in 2 places at once. That is a good point. And they do need strong leaders at the training ground. So I'm hoping that, him bringing in the coaches. I mean, this absolutely stunk to high heaven to me when we wouldn't pay to get his backroom team out. Yeah. When I first saw that, I was like, fucking hell, Sullivan, you've outdone yourself there, mate.
It was one of these things, though, as well, that was kind of talked about in different ways. So I think it was talked about by some as kind of like, okay, this is a way that Nuno is kind of ingratiating himself into the West Ham culture by promoting from within. So I think it was viewed in some circles as a positive move. And I think and in others, not so positive. I think if he had maybe if Sullivan could have brought the backroom team and then promoted 1 or 2 from within, you would have had the best of both worlds there. But I think when you have Nuno when they cheaped out on his backroom team, I think it was a bit of a recipe for disaster, to be honest. I'll come back on
it. It worries me because Nuno has got a good reputation for drilling players and developing players. But he can't do that when he's got to be all over the training ground. And I feel like whether it's his team or not in that back room, it's difficult to kind of put your bed yourself into a team and watch everyone at the same time and learn your new structure around you, learn all the new stuff, because he's got to learn about his players, he's got to learn about his staff members, he's got to learn about that idiot that runs the club. Do you know, like, there's a lot for him to come into and learn, whereas when he brings his own team in, at least he kind of feels bedded in at some stage. I don't know. Afternoon, Russ,
how we doing?
Yeah, we're good. I had to sort loads of things out because you have 3 people on the thing, so I was trying to sort it out as we go along. No, all good, man. All good. Interesting lineup, innit? Interesting. Yeah. Yes, I'm not too not confident, I'll be honest.
We were liking the lineup. We thought the lineup looked okay.
I just don't get. I mean, looking at it, is he even going 4-4, not 4-4-2, but it kind of looks like that at times. You'd like to see Pablo and Tati almost play up as a 2. I always look at the way the team is sort of led in terms of how it sort of falls naturally there. So you put Areola in goal, you've got back 4, and then you've got two with Souček and Fernandez, and then it's almost like a 4-2-2-2. I'd suggest, because if Pablo was playing as a 10, you'd had Somerville, Pablo, Bowen, and then Tati. I don't know. I think it's going to be I think there might be a little surprise in the way we set up by the looks of it. And then, as you said, Wilson on the bench. What's going on there? I thought he was going to Celtic or Saudi Arabia or Leeds or somewhere, but it doesn't look like that at all. So, yes, I don't know. I have no idea today. No idea today. I was talking to my Tottenham friend today, and I was like, I could see both teams just losing. It's that bizarre of a game. And it's interesting what you said about the red cards as well. I think there's going to be obviously last time we played them at 3-point lane, obviously 𝗪𝗀𝘀 got sent off, didn't he? And it was a bit crazy, a bit cray-cray. So yeah, I don't know.
You say 3-point lane, and I do like it, but in the Premier League era, our head-to-head is 57 games played. Tottenham have won 27, we've won 18. There's been 12 draws. Tottenham has scored 86 goals against us, and we've scored 67 against them. Although most of those goals are much better than the shit goals that Tottenham have been.
Exactly. We had a few.
That Lanzini goal has to count for at least 3, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. And then obviously,
who was it actually? I was trying to remember the other day. Who was it that absolutely buried one in top bins at Wembley?
Was it Koulibaly?
Obiang.
Was it Obiang?
We had a little video today in talking about that goal because me and Anton interviewed him a while ago. And yeah, Pedro Obiang in the it was a League Cup. Was it a League Cup rather than, or was it in the actual Premier League? I can't remember. But yes, we scored a few goals, good decent goals. John Hartson, obviously, and Paul Kitson with their debuts. They both scored in when we won 4-3. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens today. Obviously, you got to think the QPR game. Tati getting a goal was good. I'm a bit surprised in a way that Ollie's playing. I had a feeling that he might put Kyle Walker-Peters on the left wing, left back position, being a bit more of a reassuring defensive presence than Ollie.
Ollie's played well enough though since the Fulham game, I think.
Yeah, but I think he's a good. I just think Kyle Walker-Peters is a better defender, and I'm just worried. It's like. It does worry me that we still seem to be quite open, although obviously they've got no Richarlison, they've got obviously no Kudus. That's their 2 main goal scorers and assistants this season. So, but they've got Conor Gallagher. Although I was talking to Mitch, who's a Spurs fan, yesterday today for the sort of morning show, and he was saying beforehand that actually probably about half the Tottenham fans really didn't see the point of bringing in Gallagher, because. They don't need another midfielder, but it's a strange one because I'd have bitten their hands off for someone like Gallagher in this team. To be honest,
I think
I'm jealous of it.
I think he's a great player, and I mean the thing is who's the other lad? See, I've forgotten his name because he's always injured.
Madison.
Who's the other midfielder they've got?
They've got who's out? So
they got Paulinho.
Madison. That's it.
He's out.
Madison's always injured, and I kind of feel like Gallagher kind of spells the end of Madison. I think maybe they know something about him. He's got Weetabix knees, isn't he?
Well, I mean, is Gallagher a loan with obligation or something like that, or is it a straight thing? I can't remember.
I think they bought him outright, did they?
Did they? Fair play.
I think
I suppose they got. Yeah, I mean, they've got certain things. Obviously, they've got Pape Sarr, obviously, still at the AFCONs as well. So. No worries, mate. No worries. Let's just take him out while we're there. Let's take him out literally. Yeah, no, it's a strange one today, and I just don't really know how I feel about it. It's a game that we have to win, but can I see us winning? That's the thing. I don't know, and I'm usually positive, Pete, but at the moment, just a bit.
You're not sold on the front 2. It sounds like you're not, or if it is a front 2, you're not sold on Tati and Pablo.
Tati, I think Tati's a good player, but I think Pablo just needs to find his right place. And I think they're playing, and it's like if you bought him, the guy scored 10 goals in, already, and you're not putting him and for me, he doesn't seem to have. He seems to be a good target man. I think if you put him up front, he'd run, and he's like a battering ram. And I think Tati's more of a dynamic type player, and I would like Tati to maybe be given a bit more of a freer role and then allow Pablo as being your target man up front. And it doesn't seem that that's how they're being deployed. And I don't really understand it. The lads scored, as I said, 10 goals in 13 games for 𝗪𝗻𝗂𝗧, and it's just not. I just don't know why he's not playing as the central striker rather than as someone who's off the mat. He doesn't seem. He seems a bit gangly, Pablo. And he's a very awkward player. I think he's a player who will. Oh, there we go. I think he's a player who will. Once he scores one, he'll score another. He just seems to be a very confident type player. And I don't know whether he's going to get the goals that get the confidence going. I don't know. I don't know.
We just need him. We just need him
to play Spurs.
We just need him to create goals, really, because we don't have many players that are, like. That's what I keep on saying, is our transition is terrible. And sometimes I look at Somerville and I feel bad for him because he runs and there's no one there. And I just kind of feel like with Pablo and 𝗪𝗺, it's gonna give him more options, and they're both great at assisting goals as well. So I'm hoping that it's going to connect the play. But it's difficult to see. Do you think if we do go down, do you think either of them two are going to stick around?
I think. Well, I would assume they would have relegation release clauses or something in their contracts anyway, because you'd be a mug not to. I think potentially, probably more likely, Pablo would stay rather than 𝗪𝗺 potentially, because I mean Pablo's still quite young, and it's only a season. It will hopefully only be a season, maybe, and one of those things where it's almost like stay with us and see where we get to in January. A bit like some of the others, some of the other like the likes of, I mean, obviously Carrick gave us a season in the Championship, and some players stayed around to see what was happening until January and then moving on. I think that could happen. It's I mean, you do sort of sometimes question the policy to go out and spend the best part of 45-50 million quid on two strikers, unproven Premier League strikers, when we need basically someone to hit the ground running. I think 𝗪𝗺's done it. I thought he seems to be up and running with the pace of the Premier League as well. And he's had a couple of 90-minute back-to-backs. So yeah, I mean, we said before, I think if the worst happens, we will be ravaged. They will be taking a lot of these players will be going. Be interesting to see who stays more than anything, I think. But John made a good point. We haven't even mentioned Ravel Morrison's goal. What a goal that was!
Yeah, I was at that game.
Great game that was.
I was also at the game last time when Kudus got sent off. So I've been at a few iconic Spurs West Ham games.
No, he's a good. Yeah, it was a great goal. I remember that.
The way. Do funny story about Tottenham West Ham actually? In my younger days, I was a chef, and I one of my mates actually worked at the hotel, the Lasagna Hotel, and it proper went off. They had forensics. They had the police forensics unit in the kitchen. They were swabbing hands, everything. They proper looked into that big time, which is crazy.
That was a strange game. That was very strange. But no, it is.
I was watching a live stream last night. I can't remember who it was, but it was someone saying that they reckon that Bowen will stick around for one season. I don't see it myself, but
I do. I see it. I mean, the fact is, I was talking to, who was I talking to about it? I can't remember. Might have been someone that when we was at the bowling on Monday, but they were saying that we're talking about that, and it might be Nicky and Ryan actually. I was chatting with them. The fact is, after this World Cup, he isn't going to be anywhere near playing. In the next World Cup, he could make the squad for this World Cup, but that's it. That's the last World Cup he potentially will play, because he'll be 34 then, won't he? By the next time. There could be the Euros, at 30. That's 2 years' time. So in essence, in terms of he could, in theory, drop down a division for a year, and then the following year would be a Euros year. So actually, he could be in the Premier League back with West Ham. who knows? Who knows? It's one of those things where I think, you know, you get to a point in your career. It's like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to be? He could, I think if he stayed at West Ham, you know, obviously there's still the big goal of being the Premier League all-time goal scorer for West Ham, because that's still very much there. And obviously, you know, drop down, come back in a year, maybe. I can see him staying. I think, you know, he's married into the family, isn't he? He really is. And
Yeah.
and you got to think who would be, you know, because then he'll be sort of late. It'd be early 30s. What type of side would he go to? You know, I think, to be honest, by then the likes of the top six anywhere there would be off the table, really, because he's a bit old and what we'd want for him. And then it might be a promoted side, and it's like, well, he could stay at West Ham and be a hero, really, couldn't he?
It's one of them things where I actually there was this like bit of me in denial where I was like, Rice ain't gonna go. Rice gonna give us another year. Rice ain't gonna go. But I do feel like Bowen. I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people, you know, even me, have had something to make of his captaincy and his lack of leadership. But I do believe he loves the club.
Yeah,
I do believe it. And he signed a 6-year contract. He wouldn't have done that. Why would he sign it? We don't sign players on 6-year contracts.
No,
so
and I think part of that was the project that Tim put in front of him, and obviously that's not here. He hasn't been here now, so I think maybe his vision of what West Ham wanted to be. Tim was very good at selling that project into people. You know, like the likes of 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗁𝗃 talk about the project that Tim sold them, basically. And I think that's the same with Bowen. And you know, there was always going to be a view that maybe he will be captain, and no doubt that was part of the project that was put in front of him. And it hasn't worked out like that. So, you know, we all, I think everyone pretty much questions whether he is the best person to captain West Ham, and I think that's fair enough. You know, some people aren't built that way in terms of being captain. I don't think Bowen's one of those people. I think actually it's hindered him and it hindered his performance. But we are where we are. End of the day, you look around, it's like, well, who could potentially now? I mean, you look at it, you know, maybe Fernandes, but as you were saying before, and you know, I don't think he'll be here much longer if we go down. But even if we stay up, I think we might get him for another 18 months for, as he said, fucks off to like Real Madrid or someone like that. For me, I can see, and I know he's Damien in the chat, he hates Brady Potts, but I could see him being the sort of the captain. And even if we went down, maybe him being made captain in terms of that transition period. Yeah, and I think a lot of fans would like to see a West Ham boy be a captain again. So,
I think I've got this. This has just popped up as well. By the way, our head-to-head. That is a big glass. Coke, you got it, mate.
No, it's not. It's a pint. It's a Hawkston.
It's a pint.
You
must just have dainty little hands.
It's just thin.
Spurs. We've only won one of our last 9 meetings, league meetings against Tottenham. The aggregate score is in the last 3 meetings, Spurs have outscored us 8-2 in total. Our last win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was in December 2023. Which was a 2-1 comeback. Before that, you'd have to go back to 2019 for a West Ham win at the new Spurs ground. In the last 15 league meetings, there have only been 4 clean sheets, 3 for Spurs and 1 for West Ham. So, yeah, expect goals. Hope you beat Spurs from Everton. Yeah, I hope we beat them as well.
I think we all want to beat them. It's one of those games, isn't it? And that's one of the reasons why I don't want to go down, because I love playing Spurs. I love it's that needle. It's like you don't get a lot of them games for us, but for some reason Spurs is that game, you know. And yeah, next year could be Millwall or whatever, but Millwall could easily go up, and then we'd be absolutely bollocks for a decent derby. And there's an opportunity today, you know. If we did get something today, you know, Forest they got Arsenal, haven't they? And so. That could easily be an Arsenal win, and should still be an Arsenal win, to be honest. So you got to think by then you could be back to 4 points again.
Having City lost 2-0, it could have easily been 5-0 as well. But this is the chance for Arsenal to. I think I've seen someone in the group saying that if Arsenal don't win the league today, Arteta should never be allowed in a Premier League football ground again.
I totally agree. I think it's literally it's his to lose, and it has been his to lose since the beginning of the season. And I say to my Arsenal friends, if you haven't got the title this year, I think you've got to move on, mate.
Yeah,
you've got to move on because it's not it's something inherent isn't working for them. But I think it's a great opportunity now to, if they they'll see the Man United's game, see the result, and go, right, okay, let's do a job against Forest. Yes, please, thank you. And then hopefully we can take advantage of that. And you never even know, Leeds are at home to Fulham. Fulham on those sides, you could turn it on. They're very, very, very unpredictable. And for me, I want to be in touching distance of Leeds because we still got that last game of the season, us v Leeds, and I could see that if we obviously still realistically in there, that could be a massive game for both clubs. Then, so let's see. We got to win this one first.
Yeah, and it starts from here. Like I said the other week, it isn't a foregone conclusion relegation.
No.
I'm going to pull it up now, but it's still within touching distance for us to, we can still pull ourselves out of this. I think it was 6 wins and 7 draws. I think that was off the top of my head. I think that's what it was.
Something
but
like that, yeah. Like that.
And we've been in bad situations before. We've got the squad look bad, but the other week, a Wolves supporter after the win kind of said to me, "You lot were bad today, but you've got it there. You just need a bit of confidence." And I think that is what I was hoping that Wolves game was going to be. And I think we've been dicked big time because that Brighton game, we got done by VAR. And then the Forest game, we got done by VAR. The Fulham game, we were quite unlucky, with poor Ollie, losing concentration. He's a young lad in a high pressure game. You can't keep on putting your players under pressure like that, especially young players, and expecting them to operate at the same level.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I think we have been unlucky in some games. We should be putting games out of distance. But as I was saying to Connor earlier, I don't know if you've been watching, but as I was saying to Connor earlier, I don't understand Nuno, because we can see we were 2 up against Bournemouth. We went defensive, we lost it. We lost control of the game. We were 2 goals up against Villa. We went defensive, we lost control of the game. We were winning against Forest, we went defensive, we lost control of the game. I can go on. Fulham, we lost control of the game. Whenever we play defensively, we lose control of the game.
Yeah, it does. Connor as well. We were saying, weren't we, the amount of times that he's lost. Where games where we've drawn, and you're thinking if we'd won that game and we should have won that game, would have been totally different affair, wouldn't it, mate? Totally different.
Yeah. I think it's just as well, I think you might have said it in a video recently, or was it a live stream, where if we're in a different position in the league, those games you will actually pick up the win. It was just, I think the pressure weighing on you that that the getting a victory is so important. I think just leans into the anxiety that kind of passes through the team and eventually comes up and catches you, because there is that, even if it's not been instilled from the manager, which we're fairly clear it is, but there is that kind of natural inclination that you have a 1-goal lead or the like to just get deeper and deeper and deeper, just kind of naturally, and it's what catches us. And we all know, we've been crying out for a defender for so long now that we know that we haven't got a defense that's equipped to do that. Maybe a couple of years ago under Moyes, we could have, sat back and, soaked up that pressure. But I just think right now, the defense gives us the heebie-jeebies when we're doing that. It just feels like it's a matter of time, as opposed to, these guys aren't going to score today against us. That is. Yeah,
it just does seem I generally think it is a confidence thing as well. And I think if we, a couple of wins on the bounce, I think, there's a lot of players here, I think, who work off confidence. I'm assuming someone like Pablo is a confidence type player, just in terms of just the way he sort of holds himself more than anything. And I think a lot of these players, Somerville, he obviously had a great game against QPR, and hopefully that would give him, the extra 15-20% he needs to be the Somerville that was his best game. I think he's played in front of me. I've seen him play. I thought he was awesome. He was a constant threat, and it's this momentum thing. And Nuno does talk about quite a lot in the press conference about building momentum, and I think at times we've forgotten how to win games, and it's almost like it's been so long. November was the last time we won a game, and we've had so many games since then. And even if we picked up one or two of those draws as wins, we wouldn't be in this position.
It's worrying, but I mean, putting it into perspective, I think we can all agree that we got diddled by VAR in Brighton and Forest games, the Brighton and the Forest games. Now, I wouldn't say it's very difficult for me to say that I saw a way back for Forest if we were 2 goals up, if they had allowed the Somerville goal. But if we say that it would have just been a draw, and the Brighton game, that ridiculous penalty call hadn't have happened, we would have been 2 points behind Nottingham Forest now. And we'd be looking at a completely different kind of... And Forest aren't looking good at the moment. I mean, someone said in here earlier about Tottenham being, they've got good players, but are they a team? And I think that's what we're seeing at Forest. But, we would... That difference, those fine margins of VAR, is why it annoys me when the PGMOL are just like, oh, yeah, sorry. We messed up, but sorry. Sorry doesn't keep you in the Premier League.
No,
it's not good enough. We got the best league in the world with some of the best players and the worst officials. There's got to be something done about it. And someone said yesterday, I was listening to it was Neil Warnock on TalkSport. He was saying that the idiots in the VAR room are the same idiots that are making mistakes on the pitch when they're referees. So where's the basis for that?
Yeah, it is a bizarre. Even now with the semi-automated offsides, it still takes too long. And even then, they got it wrong for us, didn't they? Because they were too busy looking at whether the person was offside rather than how the ball actually arrives to that person to then be offside. It's one of those. It always surprises me how you look at the FA Cup weekend, and obviously no VAR, and I don't think there was any dubious decisions given.
Yeah.
Whether it was offside or anything, there was nothing given. Actually, he did a wrong call there. So actually, when you don't have to sort of rely on technology, I think people do, are more clued up. And I think, now almost referees are just relying on technology and therefore almost playing dumb, knowing that they're going to get, a decision will be picked up on by Stockley Park rather than necessarily themselves. And it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But everyone's in the same boat, though, isn't it? It's not like, it's not just West Ham. As you said, there's probably, we know, there's probably other games that we don't necessarily watch, and there's dodgy decisions there. But obviously, we're in our own little bubble, pardon the pun. And so, we think the whole world's against us. It does tend to even itself out. It does tend to even itself out. And I think it will do this year. You might get a close call today, for example. And... the PGMOL, because they've apologised, it's almost like we're on their list to have one for us, hopefully.
It's not that, definitely we're not the only team and that everyone's on the same playing field and that we all have to deal with VAR. It's not that. It's just the fact that it's so inconclusive. It's the fact that if you, me or Connor operated like that at work, we wouldn't be in a job very long. If we were that inefficient, none of us would be in a job very long. But VAR, I don't think we should scrap it. I think there's something there. In rugby, they've got it nailed. Why can't we have it like rugby?
Well, they're starting to, innit? It's like, now you've got the decisions, and I think that's better. But we've had that plumbed in for about 18 months, 2 years. Like on the box, in my box, we've had the ref line plumbed in for ages. So it's almost taken so long for them to even make that decision. I just think, I do like the way the referees explain it now. Just at least then you get that sort of, rather than it just appear on the screen randomly from the tweet from the Premier League, like they do. It's nice to at least have some communication now. I think you could have a lot more communication. that's for sure. And I think that is sort of further down the line. And I still think there's something to do with like in like tennis, for example, you can sort of query something, can't you? You have like 3 calls or something, and I think that will be the next one where the manager can pull up, you know, a call.
Like a challenge system.
Yeah, a challenge
like
system.
In the NFL, where they kind of had their flag system.
Throw the flags, yeah.
Something definitely needs to be done about it because it's got potential, but it just, as a system, it just looks broken. And I don't know if it's because of the system or if it's because of the users of the system, but something needs to change. I mean, we got someone here in the comments, Aussie Hammer. A-League was the first league in the world to use VAR, mate. Blame us. The ironic thing is I actually watch quite a bit of A-League because I'm a bit much for Football Manager. I like to try and find the next best thing in Australia on my Football Manager. Just got a thing about Australia. Their officials are amazing. We actually brought one over. I think he referees in the Championship now, but he is fantastic. He's like no nonsense. He doesn't take any nonsense from the players. He makes his calls. He stands by his decisions. He doesn't second guess himself. Some of these Premier League officials, I do think it is a case of being too worried to make a choice in case VAR overrules you and you look an idiot. But
I suppose the one good thing, and not to be too negative, but if we do go down, at least we don't have to deal with VAR next year.
Not at the moment, but they are talking about bringing it in, aren't they?
Are they talking about bringing it in? I really hope not, because the fact that when you're celebrating a goal, now admittedly I didn't think Somerville's goal stood a chance of being ruled out, so I was celebrating with abandon at that goal, but knowing that there's always a chance that the goal could get ruled out, I just find takes away so much of the enjoyment of watching a football match,
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'd hate to think that they're going to lose a bit of lose that passion when celebrating the goal. But we were talking the other day, Connor, about some of the tackles flying in when you was watching back the 90s football. And I do miss some of that. Like we were talking about Tommy Repka. Remember what an animal. Like he would kill if he was on the pitch now, he'd be banged up for 3 to 5 for one of them tackles, and I'm here for it. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Love Reps. He still scares me today.
He's scary, isn't he?
He's scary.
Scary. We a hotel I used to work at. We had Steve Lomas staying there for a while when he was the Millwall manager. And I was saying to him, I was like, oh, it must have been a really difficult career, spending most of it injured. And he goes, if I'm honest, most of the injuries came from players at training.
Yeah. Don't surprise me. Some good some good players he played with as well. I mean, Steve's a lovely guy. I mean, they're all very good. They're all lovely. But yeah, Tommy Repka, Monks. Yeah,
I'll tell you who else I actually really enjoyed. I lived in Brentwood before we moved up north, and Robert Snodgrass must have been living around there for a while because I used to see him knocking about. And he seen my little lad wearing a West Ham shirt once, and he was giving it the hammers. He was having a chat with him. Like I never like to approach people, especially if you're like we were in Sainsbury's. You know what I mean? Like let the guy live, sort of thing. So I don't like to really approach people. But he kind of come over and he was like, "Oh, you're going to be the next top scorer for West Ham," and that. Like he was really kind of really really nice bloke, Robert Snodgrass. I enjoyed having him at West Ham.
Yeah, I think there's some players actually when they leave, you realise how much you appreciate them. So obviously someone like Fornell, someone like Soufal, these type of modernish players who have, I think we sort of miss just their passion. That's what I think we miss. But yeah, I mean, Snoddy was another one, wasn't he? Ginge was another one. These types of guys who have left, and you just sort of miss that. I mean, it's like if they're in the dressing room today, you know what I mean? Like they would be letting the likes of Tati, letting the likes of Pablo know what this game means to West Ham fans, to Spurs fans, because they won't know. They won't know. It's not like the Manchester derby. It's not like the Merseyside derby. It's a London derby, but it's one which both sets of fans over the last few 10, 15 years. I mean, I don't remember like 20 years ago me like thinking this was a massive game, but maybe since Lasagna Gate or whatever onwards, it just seems to have been like one you look forward to a bit more than usual. And I just don't feel like there's people in. It may be someone like Freddie Potts, maybe, but he's still quite young, and someone like Ollie Scholes, they're still young to sort of get this point across. But I suppose you've got the likes of Steve Potts there and Mark Robson and people like that who'll be telling these guys what it means to the West Ham fans, being West Ham fans themselves.
It does feel to me though, like I was saying again to Connor the other day on our chat that we had. And I don't know whether it's the manager or if it's a problem or if it's not. But if I had someone around the club, if I was a West Ham manager, I mean, you wouldn't need anyone to get the players up for it. If I was a West Ham manager, like they'd know what it meant. But if I was the manager and I had someone like Mark Noble knocking about the club,
yeah,
I would have him in the changing room, and I would say to him, look, no tactics. I don't want to talk tactics. I don't want to talk lineups. I just want you to come in and get the boys up for it. Especially after that Wolves game, I would have loved to have just locked him in the dressing room with Mark Noble for a couple of hours.
Mm. Yeah. I think there's definitely a need for that type of thing, and again, it sort of coincides. I remember when we were looking pretty shit, sort of the season. Was it the season after? I can't remember, but and then Nobes came into the sort of the setup. Do you remember? He sort of like then it was almost like it was the season he'd left. The season after, and we just seemed to have this massive vacuum of anyone. Deck was doing his best, but he felt like he needed a bit of help. And Nobes came in and then became sort of a backroom staff, the sporting director type thing. You'd see him in the dugout, and sort of that role seems to have been somewhat watered down recently, in the last sort of 18 months in terms of his interaction with the first team. Not necessarily a case with the academy. He's very much always in the academy and sorting it out, and I see him at the games and whatnot. But yeah, I just would really, I'd love someone like a Moncur or someone like that in this squad today, just to sort of just bang some heads together. I think sometimes we just need that, and I just don't see anyone having the balls to do it. That's what worries me about this side, is there's no like. I mean, even when we were shit and we had Mark in the team, we still had Mark in the team or around the squad, and you just know that he wouldn't take. If we lost, he would take that really badly than anyone else because he was a fan, and that's something which I really just don't think we've got. But I don't think a lot of sides.
We haven't got those big personalities, that you need. You need some big personalities. I think we're just too nice. Maybe I think the team is just too nice. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Do you think Nuno's a bit of a bastard behind the scene?
I think that's why he's brought in Paco.
Yeah,
I think Paco is a no-nonsense bloke. He looks fucking scary.
He does look scary. I've seen the pictures. I was like, I wouldn't like to be on the wrong side of him.
Exactly, and I think no disrespect to Robbo and Potsy, but they don't know Nuno. They don't know him. They might know of him, but they don't know, and that's sometimes why the number 2 is as important as the number 1. So the number 1 basically comes and says, right, blah, 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 this is all I do. He fucks off, and then the number 2 basically says, right, okay, what he meant was da 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 da. And I think there's a disconnect communication wise. I think what Nuno wants, I don't think maybe Robbo and Potsy haven't been with him long enough to know what he actually wants. And someone like Paco coming in, I could see him being the sort of the bad cop or the good cop, depending what Nuno's doing. That's how those. You got to see every good manager. For Sir Alex, there was Brian Kidd. Every manager has a good number 2 to bounce those ideas off, to be that conduit between the players and the manager. And I just don't think we've had that since he came in, and so maybe it's taken a little while. But also, I think Paco, is a very attack-minded coach as well by what we've been reading about him. So again, sort of. Maybe just to give that extra bit of tactical nous. I don't know. It's a strange one because Johnny Heitinger's going to Spurs, isn't he, as well? So this week, so it's almost like both the managers who look like they're going to get sacked have just then got a new assistant. It's really strange, very strange.
I don't think he's as at risk as people are making out in the media, but I do think he cuts quite a lonely character on the touchline. Nuno, he doesn't look like he's clicked with any of the backroom staff there. He doesn't, and there's no questions over Marco and Potsy. There's no questions over them. Club legend. They know what it means. but I just feel like he hasn't clicked. Whenever things are going wrong, he hasn't got that kind of number two, that kind of Jason Tyndall or someone like that to like kind of go to and go, right, fucking go and have a word with the substitutes and get them in line and get them ready, because they're going to come on and they're going to go to war. We're not just going to be making a substitution so that it keeps the supporters happy. We're going to make meaningful substitutions to change the game. And also, because he is quite attacking minded, Paco, just having that little voice in his ear going, boss, do you not think we should start going at this game instead of let's sit back? Or, whereas I don't know if the other lads have really got the bollocks to challenge Nuno.
No, I think they're very much again, not disrespect to them at all, but I think they're very sort of placeholders. It's almost like they're there to do a job and help out in training and put the cones out, and I don't know how much sort of tactical involvement they have with what Nuno wants to do. And I think where you have a full staff that he knows, they'd question him. So maybe Paco might question some of the decisions he makes, or there might be actually, boss, to try this and try that. As you said, it seems that they are that Robbo and Potsy, particularly Robbo, I'd suggest, are more like a facilitator. So he'll go up and you'll see him on the touchline. He'll and he'll go back, and he won't sort of stand up and dictate like some decent sort of number twos do. They get up off their seat and shout at them. I was watching Under 21s the other day, and you had obviously you got Greg, who's the sort of the head coach, and then you've got Mark Phillips. He was up off his chair, directing play. Yeah, Jimmy Walker, who's now in the goalkeeper coach. He was up shouting at the goalkeeper, and it was like you had this sort of like multiple voices, and obviously questioning and talking about ideas, and so you get the best out of them. I just don't think we've had that. We'll see. Maybe it'll change tonight. Maybe it'll change today with Paco.
Do you know what? Right, just the fact we need a win. We do need a win, and if we can get a win over this lot, it will make such a difference to this team. It's different from beating a Burnley or a Wolves or someone. Not that we know what beating Wolves feels like this season, but it's different from beating one of them lower league teams that are getting slapped about the league. If we could go at someone like Tottenham and give them a game, this will complete. I really do think this could be the catalyst for. If we can beat Tottenham today, I don't care about numbers. I believe we will stay up if we beat Tottenham today.
Yeah. Like we're looking for last week to be kind of a bit of a catalyst to kick us on a little bit. We got the win just about. If we can put back-to-back wins together, Russ, you're talking about, how many players in the team, which I think we can all probably guess are very much conference players. If we can get a win today, I do think that it'll set us up well to give it, whether we stay up or not, like I certainly hope we do, but it'll definitely give us a good kick up the arse, and hopefully we can, have a decent go at it anyway, I
mean, the fact is, after today, we've then got Sunderland at home next week, and I think Sunderland are on the way down at the moment. Then we've got Chelsea, and Chelsea are a bit in disarray at the moment, even with Liam there. Talking to my Chelsea fans, they're like, he needs time. And then obviously then you play Burnley away, and then Man United at home, So actually, you got to think that's before we play Burton again, and then we play Bournemouth at home. So actually, there's a decent run of games there, I think.
Yeah. Have you been hearing the nonsense coming out of Liam Rosenior?
You're talking about manager.
Yeah, and the Lego building competitions, and I don't wear gloves in training so my players can hear me clap.
He's got some good tidbits for sure. There's been plenty of memes going around about him anyway.
David Brent of
very, very Brent-like.
Love it.
Proper David Brent. But I mean, he's a good coach, I think. But I think there are some winnable games coming up, and that's what, when I looked at the fixtures, I looked at them and thought, do you know what I mean? There's a few games I can see us winning, and there is a bit of magic left in the tank. There is a bit of magic here and there. I'm a bit upset with the way Man United have played today, because they were one of the teams I was hoping that we could catch off guard. But I mean, Carrick looks like night and day.
Well, it's that bounce, isn't it? They've had the bounce. They've had and you've got to think it was a great time for him to come in, being, Man City, pretty much the chips are down, and and you know he's still seen as a legend there, you know, as a modern day legend, and you know we know he was personally selected by Sir Alex over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, so he's got the backing of Sir Alex. And you know, for a team like I was listening to TalkSport the other day, and you know, for certain clubs they need like a spearhead manager. So not necessarily. So Brentford and Brighton, and they could easily, because their system is so well sorted. I mean, look, Frank's left and they've got better. Potter left Brighton and they got better. And so for them, it was almost like you could put the right manager in. But for so far, for the likes of Arsenal and maybe West Ham as well, and Spurs, and for certain clubs, it's a one-man club. It really has to be, and it's getting that right person. And Man United still haven't had that right person since Sir Alex left. So anyway, the teams are coming out, so I'm going to start getting ready.
They feel like they're having a bit of an utter situation where I feel like when Noble retired and when Rice left, we lost a big part of our identity.
Yeah,
and I think we do need. I was all for Bilic coming in instead of Nuno because of that, but you know, I don't know whether that would have been right or wrong.
Well, I don't think it's one of those whether those what ifs moments. I think they're with that now. I think that ship has very much sailed now with Slav. I'm not saying he wouldn't come back, because he would do in a shot. I know that for a fact, but yeah, I think it's I don't think, I just can't see him get rid of Nuno now. To be honest, just don't see it. I think particularly when they just laid out all that money. And also bought in Paco now. It's like, well, it will cost them even more to get rid of him. Gents, I'm going to sort this out. Thank you very, very much.
No worries, mate. Thanks.
And don't forget to come back at the end of the game as well if you want to come on. I mean, I'm sure we will have a chat after we've won the game.
No worries. I'll.
That's good.
Let's see how it goes. I might just hide.
Yeah, you might be going down the gym instead. All right.
Yeah, exactly that.
All right then, guys. Thank you very, very much. Right, me trying to sort this out now. So it's because Anton's running late. What a surprise! Right, I'm going to kick you two out. See you later, potatoes. Right, they're out. Let's sort myself out, and let's do that one and that one. Oh, nearly right way round. There we go. You've got me. You've got me for the game. You lucky bastards. I don't really want that to do that. Anyway, for some reason my screen's really small, but don't matter. Doesn't matter for you guys, does it? Don't care. As a West Ham take on Spurs. How is everyone? Good to see you. Hope you're well. If it's like Nuno, deep sleeping since we've been since he arrived. Yep, does seem like that. Peacock have put the same lineup as I put up, which is good. So we're in the right space. As I said, for anyone new, we take off actually. Take the banner off now because we've got the screen on. Good old Ben and Connor doing the pre-match. Hope you enjoyed that. We try and do that more and more. Get Connor and Ben on. Do it, Connor Ben. I just realised that. To do that pre-match. I find them very, very both fascinating to listen to. But it's that Irish twang of Connor's, isn't it? He sounds like everyone I know who's Irish. But yeah, and Ben obviously stat man Ben. We've got the side there. I mean, for me, I just think, I mean, I would probably have preferred. I mean, on the bench, they've got Mads Hermansson, Kyle Walker-Peters, obviously Kilman. Obviously, something we didn't mention as well is obviously Kilman being dropped. Mav back in the side, which is quite impressive. I didn't realise he was back in time. Callum Wilson on the bench. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Callum Wilson comes on and scores. What do we do? You know, and I think we keep him. Yes, please, because I think he's a proven goal scorer. Whenever, oh god, my iPad's fallen over. Let me just sort that out. I was trying to be all clever. Oh, there's Tottenham have got a trumpet player. There we go. Blowing his trumpet. Good on him. Good luck to the lad. Right, Mr. Baker will be joining us whenever he can. He just texted me. Are you okay for the start? I suppose I am now because I'm here. But anyway, 4-2-3-1. Yeah, that's what I've gone for. 4-2-3-1. And hopefully, you never know, we might even get a win. Let's see what happens. I've got my lucky shirt on today. Got my 92-93 shirt on today. Not the original, obviously. So hopefully, let's reinvigorate. Obviously, we were actually in the Division 1 Championship. It was at the time. Tottenham are going to kick off playing right to left. and West Ham are playing left to right. There we go. And we've kicked off. Straight to their goalkeeper, a big hoof back up. They've gone for the touchline boot, big boot into the West Ham half. It's just being pinged about. Pablo's got knocked over there, and the ref's giving him a foul straight away. And Pablo's on his head, both earning in their heads. Him and Gallagher. Good start. Where'd you get that lovely shot? I got it from 3 Retro. Because I needed a new one because I'm doing a bit of filming thing in a minute. So in a couple of weeks' time. So I needed a retro-y shirt, so I thought I'd get it, and it's very good. Clash of heads, 37 minutes in, 37 seconds in, and Tassy's getting a yellow card for saying to give them a yellow card. What? Okay. Great start. Okay, so Tatty's already got a yellow card after 37 seconds by saying that he should have given someone a card. Oh, God. There we go. I'm back. Now, to be honest, this is very similar to what happened to Paqueta, and Bowen should have just got in the way straight away, rather than let that happen again. Don't forget to check out our friends at ipVanish as well if you want a VPN. So you want to find a VPN to try and find the game, rather than be a bit dodgy. You can make sure you're secure with your VPNs at 83%. So, clash of heads. So yes, Conor Gallagher and Pablo. 37 seconds. Probably have to. Maybe Conor Gallagher might have to go off with concussion. Could you imagine? Black balloons in the West Ham end, as you can imagine. Obviously, Spurs had a protest. They had a protest. Their fans outside the ground as well. Tassi looks okay, but they'll probably have to have concussion protocol. But he looks all right. Little shake of the head, and he's all right. He's like a battering ram. I find him really gangly. I think he's very unconventional. But luckily his head seems to have saved him a little bit there by the sounds of it, taking the impact off the clash of heads with Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher obviously making his debut as well, isn't he? So little shake of the hands there, okay, and we carry on. West Ham got the ball midway through our half. 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗪 and Todibo having a little passing competition, then goes to Fernandez. Fernandez sweeps it to the left to Todibo. Todibo playing on the left, 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗪 playing on the right, as you would assume. Matheus Fernandez picks up the ball, just crosses over the West Ham half, and then goes to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka to Bowen, gets tackled out for a West Ham throw on, just in the Tottenham half. Wan-Bissaka to take the throw on. Just come up to 3 minutes played. Obviously 0-0. Now Wan-Bissaka, where's he going to go? He's going long to Tati. Loses the ball. I don't know why we do that. Why don't we just throw it? I'd rather them just play it behind just to maintain the pass. Anyway, there's according to the Peacock, 61% chance that Spurs are going to win the game, and only 18% chance that West Ham are going to win. So, what's happened so far? Says Fortnite, not much, my friends. Todibo clears a ball that was going forward there. 𝗪𝗲𝗴𝗂 was just about to quick throw. He's done well. He's done the overlap there. He's crossed it in. Well, Kilman's taken a shot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. So it was all ping ball in the middle. Throw to, was it 𝗪𝗲𝗴𝗂 maybe? And he should have done a lot better. Relatively clean shot. What do you think, Tom? Shit. 𝗪𝗲𝗴𝗂 should have done a lot better there. He was pretty much a free shot. Although Kolo Touré did hit his arm, so it probably would have been ruled out if anything happened. Pablo knock on to absolutely no one. Fantastic. Thank you, Pablo, for that. Spurs trying to play it through the middle. 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗪 intercepts. Nice little bit of passing. Todibo back to Areola, and then Areola to look up, and a long sweeping ball to Tati. He's not going to win that against Van der Vaeze, let's be honest. Let me just put this here, and I can hopefully... Can I still see you? I just don't like talking. Can I do that? Does that work? Am I a little bit... just trying to... Rather than see if there's a better way of doing it. Not really. Anyway, ball into the box. Nothing's really happening at all at the moment. It's a bit. I'm trying to so I can see you and not having to look at. Oh, I'll do it here. I was trying to do a way so I could sort of see you and also watch the game at the same time without like looking like I'm talking to someone else like that. I find it a bit rude, but anyway, regardless of that, we've got the ball. We've got the ball at the back. 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗁𝗃, Mr. Potato Salad. Oh God, I should have just not bothered. I should have just bothered. Just leave it there. Oh Jesus, that's falling off. Oh, it's all gone to pot. Luckily, nothing's happening at the moment. Nothing's happening at the moment. Anyway, I know. I just wanted to make sure that it was. Just like not like talking to you like here rather than here. But anyway, regardless of that, I will get a better screen there. We'll do that nicely. Tottenham have got the ball across the back. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Back to the central defender. He looks up. Long sweeping ball into the middle of the park. 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀 absolutely. He's not very good. And 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗀𝗺 has the ball. Brings it forward a little bit. Wan-Bissaka gets intercepted by 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗀, but wins the ball back. Well done. Well done. Well done. 6.5 minutes gone. Where is Mr. Baker? Anyway, doesn't matter. They've got the ball across the midfield. What's happening to us two strikers? Not much as Fortnite clips, not much at all. If you're new around here, give it a like. Much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. It's always nice to get those likes in. Can I rest that on that? Yeah, that'll do. Romero's got the ball in the middle. Not really much happening, to be honest. They're sort of playing around the back a little bit. Best ante we've had all season, says Russ. What, me trying to figure out sort out my iPad. I do try my best. Ball forward for Spurs. Tackled by Fernandez. Out for a corner. Spurs corner. 7 minutes gone. Spurs corner. Off of Fernandez. Sort of tackle. Yeah, I think it is. I thought maybe the striker. Johnny Heitinga, who's the new Spurs assistant. Former West Ham coach as well. What'd you have for lunch? I had a chicken baguette. Thank you. Chicken and mayonnaise. Cross comes in. Dealt with by 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀𝗺. Well done. First contact. And then clears it. Well done, Mav. Well played. Good defending and good clearance as well. Nice touch there for the Spurs player. And he's taking it back to their goalkeeper. All the way back. All the way back. Not much is happening at the moment. Let's have a come on your wines. There we go. Not much. They're playing around back. Tati's doing a good bit of chasing now. I do like Tati's work ethic. There's a lot of energy there. They've done well to get it back, but it's a poor ball. And Mav clears and pass it to Areola, who clears it away. Bowen against Van der Veij. Is that Van der Veij probably? Out for a West Spurs throw on. Didn't think that was a Spurs throw on. Anyway, they've taken that long ball. They tried to do something quickly. Didn't really work for them. Bowen, nice little touch there. Now Pablo does well. See, I mean, Pablo's a really awkward player. And I think he just seems to be one of those players who just gets in the way. A bit like 𝗪𝗁𝗀𝗁𝗃's quite an awkward player. But he just seemed well played by... Fernandez did really well there to get away from two of the Spurs boys. And he tried to release Tati, but it wasn't enough. Unlucky. Well played for Fernandez. Good player, isn't he? Mateus is a very good player. Big fan of his. Big fan of Mateus. He's so young as well. No, was Magassa on the? I didn't see any Magassa on the side on the subs bench today. He maybe have got a knock. I don't know. Anyway, Romero's got the ball midway into the Spurs half. Goes back to his centre half partner all the way across all three. How boring. Out to 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗺, who looks up. No, sorry, it's Tail, not 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗺. Sorry. They're just playing it on the back. They're not really doing much. We're letting them do it, letting them play along the back all the time in the world. Oh, and they play it forward for 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗺. And Mav does. Is that Mav again? Well played, Mav. Doing well so far. Just keep the concentration up, Mav. He'd be a hell of a defender if he could just literally concentrate for 90 minutes. 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗪𝗏 out to Ollie Scholes. Ollie looks up, little dink into Fernandez. Fernandez to 𝗪𝗏𝘀. 𝗪𝗏𝘀 back to Scholes. 𝗪𝗏𝘀 all the way across, back to the goalkeeper. Areola, what's he going to do? Hoof it. Hoofs it. They need a decent game and a win. Stasis Budge. Happy birthday to Budgie. It's Budgie's birthday today from Old School Hammers, 10 o'clock every Wednesday night, him and Kieran, Old School Hammers. Happy birthday, Budgie. 3 points on the would be great. No Magassino on the bench. We have Speedo and Kante and Potts. Nice little touch. Fernandez just got enough on it. And little dink forward by Spurs. Well done, 𝗪𝗁 intercepts. That's what we like. Areola takes a touch and hoofs it up wide to Tati. He's not going to win that header, is he? Fernandez. I like the way Fernandez is playing sort of the quarterback position. He's sort of in charge of everything, and that's exactly what he should be doing. It's great to see. He seems to be trying to command that midfield. Obviously, him versus Conor Gallagher is going to be a cracking battle today. Foul on Thomas 𝗪𝗁. West Ham free kick midway into our half. Happy 80th, says Peter. Not too far away from that, is it, Budge? Decent tackle there on Pablo, but straight back to Fernandez. Fernandez has a look. What's up? Little dink ball back to 𝗪𝗏𝘀, who then gives it back to Fernandez, who's bringing it back to 𝗪𝗏𝘀. There he is. What a surprise. Got to get those pass percentages up. It goes to Mav. Mav goes back to Areola. Areola's going to hoof it. We're going to lose the ball. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Absolute textbook. We've got it back on the second contact. 𝗪𝗁 back to Areola. And they start all over again. There's a bit of back and forth. What we 12 minutes through. 0-0. Let's have a look around the grounds. What are we up to at the moment? Obviously, Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. Goes into Bowen. Bowen, little jink cross. Gets knocked back out. 𝗪𝗁 just in line with the box. Goes to Bowen. Bowen jinks it onto his left. Goes back inside to 𝗪𝗏𝘀. Come on, West Ham. We've got them all in our half. We're all in their half now. Everyone apart from Areola. That's it. They're scared of us. 𝗪𝗏𝘀 to Fernandez, who's actually the deepest player on the pitch for West Ham at the moment, which is bizarre. 𝗪𝗏𝘀, nice ball out to Wan-Bissaka, nice sort of diag. Wan-Bissaka, what's he going to do? Little dink ball back to Bowen. Bowen to 𝗪𝗁. 𝗪𝗁 looks up, goes back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's down the line, good cross into the box. 𝗪𝗏𝘀 does well to take the ball down. Takes a shot. Oh, nice. Come you Irons. That's nice. Ball across. It was 𝗪𝗏𝘀 knocked down. Tati turns and swerves and was unlucky there. No goals in anywhere at the other games. Obviously, Man United won against Man City 2-0 at Old Trafford. It's Chelsea, Brentford, Leeds, Fulham, Liverpool, Burnley, Sunderland, Crystal Palace. Obviously, Crystal Palace are actually having a right shitter at the moment. And Spurs, West Ham, obviously. Forest, Arsenal, 5:30 kickoff. Tati on Van der Veyden. And Tati's got to be a bit careful because he's already on a yellow card. So he ain't got many more chances to be sent off. Yes, that's a bit worrying. So anyway, ball goes out wide. Fernandez intercepts. Fernandez looks up, goes back to Ollie Scholes. What's he going to do? Where's he going to go? He's going to go back to Jean-Claire, of course he is. And he's going to go back to Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka's going to go in the middle to Bowen. Oh, nice little touch for Bowen. Tati looks up. Where's he going to go? He goes to Pablo. Pablo ball to Fernandez, hoofs out wide to 𝗪𝗏𝘀. 𝗪𝗏𝘀 on the right. 𝗪𝗏𝘀 cuts inside. He takes a shot. It's a goal! Jimmy 𝗪𝗏𝘀! Yes, deflected. Don't give a shit. It's a goal. 1-0 West Ham. 𝗪𝗏𝘀. Come on, the boys. Yes. Well played. 𝗪𝗏𝘀. All on 𝗪𝗏𝘀, that was. All on 𝗪𝗏𝘀. Really good play. Comes in, cuts inside, takes a shot, takes a massive deflection. Don't give a shit. West Ham are 1-0 up against Spurs at 3-point lane. Have it. takes a massive deflection. Who gives a shit? 1-0 to the boys. Yes, lads. Yes, lads. 𝗪𝗏𝗡 hot on his first, on his great performance last week. Another goal for the boy. And we'll take that. We shall take that. 1-0 at 3-point lane. Massive deflection. Comes right off 𝗪𝗏𝗡's arse. I don't care. We need a bit of luck. That's the first bit of luck we've had for about 3 months. I'm fucking taking it. First person he says well done to. Somebody will go straight over to Nuno to give him a cuddle. Love it. Love it. Have it. Who's down? Spurs have got a player down, is it? Looks like Spurs have got a player down. Is that Gallagher or is that Van der Ven? I think it's Gallagher. Let's just have a look. Thomas Frank doesn't look happy. Johnny Heitinga. Fuck off, Johnny Heitinga. 2-2, indeed. 2-2. This game ain't over yet. I don't care. I don't care. Let's enjoy it. We haven't had much chance. Let's fucking go. Heart problems will be damned. Yeah, indeed. The 15 minutes, they've all got the about 20 people have got their West Ham red cards. They've put them all back in their pockets now. Oh dear. Here he goes. Although Peacock has shown quite a lot of that, which is quite interesting. Who's that? I don't know that. He's on the bench. Look, I'll take it, mate. I will take it. We're in a bit of a break of play at the moment because it looks like someone's taken a really bad. One of the Spurs players has taken a really. They've got the stretcher out and everything, which is not nice to see. Is it Conor Gallagher? I can't see who it is, and I don't put the sound on. You put the sound on, then this will get. VAR not checking to see if someone was offside 10 minutes ago. Indeed, just seen it. Yeah, I wasn't surprised he's in there. Is it Ben Davis or is it Ben Davis? Sorry, I was hoping it was Conor Gallagher. I actually quite like. Oh Jesus, it must be bad. They've given the gas and they're strapping his leg up. So obviously he's done his leg in. Obviously broken it. That doesn't mean 𝗪𝗀𝗻𝗃 comes in. I like 𝗪𝗪𝗻𝗃. He's a good player. But obviously not necessarily on the left hand side like Ben Davis. So yeah, so it looks like Spurs are making. It's going to be at least another minute or so at least before they make that change because he's getting all strapped up. And hopefully it's not too bad. I'm just leaving the replay of that. No, this is the goal. Some people just and that's how he should play. It's exactly how Bowen does. And he takes them and just take a shot because anything can happen. And it did. And Nuno and some of them having a little cuddle. Love to see. It's what we love to see. They're still walking, still sorting out Ben. He's going on the stretcher. And they'll, not nice to see. I wish Tati would just fuck off and not talk to the referee anymore because he's always got himself in trouble already. He got a yellow card after 30 seconds for basically saying that someone else should have got a yellow card. Why is 𝗪𝗪𝗻𝗃 putting his top? Sure, he's going to come straight on, surely. I mean, it's not like Ben's going to be able to play on. It looks like he's broken his lower leg. It looks like he's done his fibbing or his tibia or something. I don't know which one it is. But, there'll obviously be a massive amount of injury time happening today because of that. That's a good 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 7, 8 minutes, I'd say. Did he get a yellow card him? No, it's a sub. Is it a sub? Yeah, it looks like a sub. So it looks like Ben Davis. He's one of those guys that always gets injured. I feel when he plays, he's decent, and he gets injured and he's out for ages. He's out for ages. So Ben's been replaced by 𝗪𝗪𝗻𝗃. I like 𝗪𝗪𝗻𝗃. Good player. Good player. Would love him at West Ham. Considering he was completely out of it, and then he's back in, and he got back into the side. But anyway, we're off after the goal. If he can't be that excited, even more excited than being 1-up, we will be joined by our Scottish friend very shortly when he gives me the thumbs up. But anyway, let's go. Over the top to 𝗪𝗏𝗡. Pablo making himself a bit awkward. They clear the ball and it goes to 𝗪𝗏𝗡 to Fernandes. Fernandes loses the possession, wins it back, but the referee says illegally on Xavi Simons, and it is a Tottenham free kick just inside. Bowen does really well to dispossess. Bowen's on it today. I'd like to see a little one trying to get around Gallagher, not quite getting through. Tati's going to try and challenge Gallagher. Goes to 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝘁, who's really fucked up and out for a West Ham throw on. He's not up to the races yet, and we need to get that going. So Wan-Bissaka to Bowen. Bowen back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's tries to get through 𝗪𝗀𝘀, doesn't quite get there. And Spurs get the ball and are running through the midfield from 𝗪𝗏𝘀. 𝗪𝗏𝘀 tries to put 𝗪𝗏 through, but he's fallen down. And yeah, that definitely happened. Nothing happened there, that's for sure. Anyway, the balls get back to Fernandes. Fernandes, who's I'm really liking his position today at the moment. He's very much in that sort of, I'm in charge, I'm controlling this midfield, and I think that's great. It's gone to Mav to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka looking forward. And that's better. 𝗪𝗏 to 𝗪𝗀𝘀. 𝗪𝗀𝘀 looks up. And they're just in line with the box. 𝗪𝗏 versus Wan-Bissaka. Little bits of passing between the three Spurs players. They're creeping forward. He's tried a curling shot, and it was shit from 𝗪𝗏. Absolutely shazer from 𝗪𝗏. And it's almost like a conversion if it was rugby. That's how poor that shot was. He really got the end of it. Question: do London players look like how they know it's an up for it? I think a few do. Bowen does, definitely. Bowen for sure, definitely up for it. Anyway, long ball, little flick on, Tati, little flick on to Somerville. Somerville gets it under the control. Come on, Somerville. Somerville looks up. What's he going to do? Good cut inside again. No, he's going around the outside. Goes to Tati. Unlucky. Bounces off his foot. Couldn't control it. There is space to be had behind that Spurs backline. That is for sure. Oh, dear. So Muani versus Scars cuts inside. Good tackle by Tommy Souček. Well done, Tommy Souček. Snuffs that one out. You've got Fernandes. Little bit of passing in the middle. Spurs have still got the ball in the midfield. Is that Archie Gray? Goes out to 𝗪𝗀𝘀. 𝗪𝗀𝘀 tries to cut back in and basically goes exactly where Archie Gray was. Not really much playing. Afternoon, Mark. Indeed. Hope you're well, mate. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, share. We're trying to obviously get... And also, follow us on all the other stuff. Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. We're really building up some good numbers on the old TikTok and the Facebook group and on Exo and Instagram. So join us for that. We put specific content out for them as well. So sometimes some of our content is out there on first on TikTok, for example. So make sure you download that. It's all good stuff. Oh dear, Anton has put 50p in the meter, so he'll be able to join you for the second half of the first half. Let me just.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the West Ham Network. Anton here taking you through for the second half of the first half. And of course we're winning 1-0 with a delightful run from Somerville and good work down that side before setting off with a shot. Bit of a deflection, doesn't matter. Somerville's goal, we'll take that. But keep your comments coming in as Spurs come forward with the ball. Oh, fuck! What a save from 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗀! Holy shizzle! Oh my days, oh my days, oh my days. What a save that was from 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗀. I don't know what happened back there in defence as Spurs come on the drive. Pablo doing his work in the middle of the park there. Releases the ball into Somerville. Oh, it's getting a bit tasty now. Play on! Go on! Ball! Go! Go, go, go! Plays over to Pablo! What are you going to do, Pablo? Fuck's sake! Ah! Oh my God! I thought Bowen was going to go for it. What a save! What a save! Oh my days, man. Oh, panic stations. Oh, honestly, double save from 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗀. Defence standing still, just leaving him to nothing. Defence all on 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗀. Anyway, West Ham corner. Somerville is on the corner. Come on, you Irons. Come on, you Irons. You Irons. Don't need that. Ball whipped in from Somerville. Ah! Fucking hell, back post! How is Tati not put that way? has 𝗪𝗏 not put that away? I cannot tell you how 𝗪𝗏 hasn't put that away. Oh my God, 𝗪𝗏. Oh, it's right in front of the goal, and it's just gone behind him, and he's had to kind of like, he's in the air, and he's had to kind of boom, 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 boom. Oh my days, man. Oh my days. Oh. How has 𝗪𝗏 missed? I have no idea how 𝗪𝗏 has missed, but he has. Holy shit, this. Oh. Come on, you Irons. Come on, you Irons. Somerville hitting a bit of form at the right time. West Ham piling the pressure on. Spurs keeping them right back, penning them in their box. Come on, you Irons. Wan-Bissaka with the throw in. 26 minutes in. Tottenham 0, West Ham 1. 51% possession to West Ham for the first half. Throw in straight to Spurs. Fernandes tries to drop in to collect that ball and recycle it. He can't, but Spurs player does drive through. Foul on, I don't know who it was, but it's a free kick to Spurs just in the edge of the West Ham half. Here comes Spurs down that left-hand side. Player drives infield. Wan-Bissaka chases. Fernandes does enough. Pablo drops in deep. Oh, Somerville deflects off him. Ball out the right-hand side. Pedro Porro. Spurs still got the ball down the right-hand side. Ball whipped into the mix. Back post. Wan-Bissaka heads it clear. He does really well. Bowen drops in. He collects the ball for West Ham. Come on, you Irons. Ball back in with 𝗁𝗁. Bowen, shit, he's under pressure. He's fouled. Referee's not going to blow. He's allowed to play on. He's not blowing up for that. I thought he would have, but Spurs have recycled. Here comes Spurs. Shot from distance. Goes wide. We'll take that. We'll take that. We will take that. Come on, West Ham. As Somerville drives. Somerville fancies it. Somerville on the edge of the 18. I think is that blocked? Somerville is at the races today because I tell you what, he's getting time on the ball and he's driving at defences and he's more infield there. He's come out from the wing. Oh, I thought, do you know what? Listen, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I thought he'd have backheeled that into the path of Bowen there. Spurs playing the ball from the back line. Spurs just holding on to the ball in the middle of the park. Ball forward. Spurs on the edge. Fernandes recycles. Brilliant from Fernandes. Oh, it's another recycle tackle though from Spurs. He's got a gap down that left-hand side. For Mavropanos, what are you doing? He's got to clear that the first time. Mavropanos gets a hold of that ball down that left-hand side, then gives it straight back to the Spurs player as they drive at West Ham again inside the 18-yard box. Too many touches in our 18-yard box. Mavropanos does enough, though, gets the ball out, and it is a Spurs corner. Fernandes is down, knowing that is not what we want. Corner. Spurs. It's going to be an in-swinger. Ball whipped in. Cleared from 𝗪𝗁 on the edge to the 18 to Spurs. Ball recycled though with 𝗪𝗲. Spurs on the left. Somerville's there. Oh, it's a great interception from Spurs. Although there's a gap down the left-hand side again for Spurs. Crosses it into the mix. Recycled from Fernandez. Stays on it. Crosses it in low. Clear from Scarles. Finds its way back with Spurs. Fernandez getting himself involved. Go on, Fernandez, son! Go on, Bowen! That's the energy we like! Ball forward from Bowen. Oh, it nearly falls into the path of Somerville. Somerville chases, and it goes all the way back to the Spurs keeper. Come on, West Ham. Come on, you Irons. Come on, you Irons. Come on, you Irons. West Ham have had 5 attempts so far compared to... Oh, do you know what I was going to do? I'm going to do this. Fernandez is down again, man. It's not what we want. Fernandez was a doubt, and this is going to be massively disappointing for West Ham if he does come off. This is not what we want. Welcome if you are watching on TikTok. We are live. Faith. Much love. Much love. I'm really hoping that Fernandez is not going to come off the field. But they're obviously checking up on him. Ensuring that he might. Oh, comes another charge for the light. You've just taken the TV out. Oh my god. Sorry everyone. Sorry everyone. Sorry the 3,000 people that are here. My wife has just came in and taken my telly completely off the wall. I just, honestly, you couldn't make it up, could you? So I don't know what's going on. And now I'm not watching the game because my telly has been turned off. I will be turning my telly back on in uno secondo. But Fernandez is getting the treatment. Fingers crossed it's not bad. Who comes in and turns the telly off? Does that? Just bear with me, everyone, please. See where I'm at. Come on. Is this it? Nah. Is it this one? Come on. I can't tell you what's going on because... Oh, I've got it again. There we are. Todibo prevents the corner for West Ham, punts the ball forward. Somerville leaves it. Pablo clutches onto that ball. Pablo turns. Oh, tries to feed the ball through for Tati. But West Ham recycle with 𝗪𝗁. Bowen's down that right-hand side. Goes into the 18-yard box onto his left foot. Shot! Blocked from Tottenham. Ah! Wan-Bissaka. 𝗪𝗁 down the right-hand side. Back into Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka sees the gap with Bowen. Wan-Bissaka's made the run. Bowen's still got it. He plays the ball. Oh, can 𝗪𝗁 get there? Oh, big tackle from Spurs. Ball goes out for a West Ham corner. Come on, you Irons. Come on, West Ham. Come on, you Irons. Right. I think Gray's injured himself trying to smash 𝗪𝗁. Come on, you Irons. We're probably going to have a fair chunk of added time because that injury. Scarles, ball whipped in. Somerville on the edge! Oh, fuck, Scott! Yeah! Is he offside? Bowen puts it in the back of the net. Is he offside? I mean, they've gone for offside. Ah, shit. Bowen is offside. Bowen is offside. I tell you what, right? I tell you what. Good intensity. It's a great save from the Spurs keeper, to be fair, from 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗪's chest. But he was offside. Now, listen, I actually don't know. Did I miss it? Has Fernandez gone off? Can someone tell me? Let me see. Of course it was offside. No, I think Fernandez is still there. He's still there. He is still there. Come on, West Ham. Ball out wide left. Punted forward for Spurs, but 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗧 recycles. 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗪 with the second ball. Brilliant from 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗪. And a ball flipped over the top from Bowen. He sees the gap there for Tati. Tati can't get it. Bowen comes in, wins it back. Tati recycles the second ball. Obviously, he's on a yellow card. Just needs to watch. Spurs, though, on the halfway line. Sprays the ball over for wide right. Pedro Porro. He gets the 1-2. Porro goes early. Crosses it in. Cleared from Dinos. Hits the deflection off 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗪. Spurs have recycled on the edge of the 18. Ball out wide right. Ball whipped in again. Deflected from West Ham to Debo. He's let the player get in front of him. Spurs have still got it. Down that right-hand side. Oh, there's a gap in there. Box crosses in. Cleared from 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗪 at the back post. Ah, my fucking stream! Ah! Oh, what's going on? My internet is having an absolute mare the last couple of days. An absolute mare. Oh. 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗪 with the ball down the right-hand side. Feeds the ball round for Pablo to chase. Spurs defenders there. He's had to take a touch of it. Romero. Pablo chases down. Fucking hell, man. That's a risky ball, that is, isn't it? Risky ball from him. Ball in behind for the Spurs team. They're inside the West Ham box. Now down the right-hand side, still holding on to it. Todibo does really well. There's no way, ref, man. As West Ham recycle with Somerville. Somerville cuts in field. Still drives in. Still drives. Go on, Somerville! Fuck, he just holds it a bit longer, but Bowen's got it. Ah, shit. It's a good tackle from the Spurs defender. Somerville is down. Is the referee going to blow up a whistle there? He is. He's given a yellow card. Yeah, he's given a yellow card to Gray from Spurs. I didn't know if that was a foul. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it was an absolute... Like, that's the second lunge foul tackle he's made. First one he got the ball, second one he's not. And he looks like he's injuring himself making those tackles all the time. Somerville's still down, though. What he's done is he's kind of caught the leg in from behind. West Ham free kick, just on the edge of the centre circle. We're coming into the 40th minute of the game, but there will be added time, a lot of added time due to the injury of the Spurs player, probably 8 minutes-ish. Oh, Fernandez got a bloody nose. Comes a ball whipped in, back post. Oh, he's unmarked. 𝗪𝗁. Ah! 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏, what a save from the Spurs keeper! Oh my God, the Spurs keeper's kept them in it. It's a looping header from 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗏. West Ham have got the ball again with Bowen down the right hand side. Bowen whips it in, right foot, deflection, West Ham corner. Come on, you Irons! Come on, you Irons! Come on, West Ham. 𝗪𝗁 with a header, unmarked at the back post. Looping header from 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗏. Honestly, it was going in the back of the net, and Vicario has absolutely saved them. What? What? You can't have a drink on TikTok? That is ridiculous. I didn't know that. You can't even drink a can of liquid on TikTok. Nobody told me that. Anyway, Scarl's corner. Oh, shit! Fernandez recycles. He does so well, Fernandez. Holds on to that. Doesn't panic. Keeps the ball for West Ham. Plays the ball back into Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's back with Areola. Ball. Back with the Spurs keeper, who really has kept Spurs in this game so far. Spurs got the ball down that left-hand side. West Ham piling the pressure on. West Ham have had 16 touches in the opposition box compared to Spurs' 11. When have you ever seen that stat be in the favour of West Ham? You tell me. Anyway, Spurs have got the ball deep in their own half as they drive forward. I don't know what we're expecting in terms of injury time. Spurs have still got it. Nuno's calling for the ball to go out, but it hasn't. Spurs have recycled it again. Ball goes out, and it's a throw into them. Spurs with the ball through the middle, deep in the West Ham half. Ball out right hand side. Overlapping run. They do keep it in. Fernandez is there. Fernandez does get a touch on it. Honestly, I love Fernandez, man. Love him. Honestly, I really do. It's quality, pure and utter quality. Here comes the throw-in from Spurs. Here comes a big throw-in. It's not happening. Archie Gray, ball out wide right. Spurs ball whipped in. Free header, looping header over to the back post. Out, West Ham. Goal kick. I reckon 8 minutes at a time coming our way. What do you think? Here comes the ball from Areola, punted upfield. Oh, it's a good touch from Pablo. Bowen. Oh, too heavy though, but Pablo recycles. It's back with Fernandez. There's a gap over the left-hand side. Is that Scarls? Scarls whips that in. Back. Oh, fuck. Someone's gone down. Tatty's gone down in the box. Wan-Bissaka's got it though. On the edge of the 18 on the right-hand side. Oh, he's giving it straight to Spurs as they come on the counter. Good from 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗏. Decent, stands his ground, recycles for West Ham. Somerville back to Wan-Bissaka. He sprays the ball over left-hand side. Ollie Scarls. Scarls into Fernandez in the West Ham half. Back to Todibo. Todibo back to Fernandez. Nothing on for him. Comes through for 𝗪𝗁. Oh, it's a terrible ball from 𝗪𝗁 forward as Spurs come with the second ball. 8 minutes of added time in the first half. Todibo does well. Takes a touch on the ball. Ball through for Spurs. West Ham come back with the ball again. Todibo. Oh, ref! Romero just wipes out Somerville. A yellow card on him as well. I tell you what, they're the sort of players you want to have a yellow card with. Absolutely. Piles of pressure on. Somerville causing absolute havoc. Absolute havoc. West Ham free kick deep in our own half. To be fair, if Romero doesn't take Somerville out, man, he's gone. He's gone. No one's catching up with him. Areola punts the ball forward. Spurs header. Lose the ball in the middle of the park. 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗺 sprays the ball over left-hand side. Ollie Scarles. Scarles forward. Oh, there's a gap opened up for Pablo. He turns. He drives. Does well. Plays the ball out to 𝗪𝗁. 𝗪𝗁 sprays the ball over wide right. Bowen on the right-hand side. Left foot. Holds on to it. Back onto his right foot. Bowen. Turns, crosses it. No! Clear from Spurs. 𝗪𝗁 tries to get involved. He can't, but Fernandes recycles. It's my favourite word you can see. Oh, 𝗪𝗁. And then Spurs come out with the ball down that left-hand side. Brilliant from 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗺 again. Brilliant from him. Great 1-2 between him and 𝗪𝗁. Play it again. Fucking hell, 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗺. He loses it, tries to win it back. Fouls the Spurs player. He's going to pick... Oh, no, he's playing on. I think he's going to get booked for that anyway. But Spurs come up with the second ball down that left-hand side. Todibo's there. He's going to use his strength. Brilliant. Does well. Todibo. Jean-Claire. Areola clears. West Ham with Tati. Brilliant. Him and Bowen. It's nearly a foul on Bowen. Tati out on the right-hand side. Tati holds on to it. Sees the run from Pablo. Oh, it's a good tackle from the Spurs players. 𝗪𝗁 tries to bring that ball down, but can't. And the ball goes out for a Spurs throw-in. Come on, West Ham. Irons. Come on, West Ham. Come on, you Irons. Spurs come with the ball, though. Down the right-hand side. A bit of a gap opened up on the edge of the 18. Whips that ball in low. Areola collects. There we go. Ball punted forward from Areola. Pablo holds him off. Does well. Fernandes plays the ball out to Somerville down that left-hand side. Somerville onto his right foot. Oh, I tell you what, man. It's a last gasp tackle. Oh, Fernandes! Where is the ball? Tati recycles. Romero. Pedro Porro. Ball forward for Spurs. Oh, he's going into a lot of traffic. West Ham get the ball back with Scarles. Deep in the Spurs half. Nothing on. He plays the ball back into the path of Fernandes. Come on, West Ham. Oh, I tell you what, man. If we could just go and get ourselves another goal before half-time, it would be amazing. Give you that cushion. Make the most of this. Momentum. Fernandes. Over to 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗺𝗺. Konstantinos 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗺𝗺. Fernandes, ball forward into Pablo. Oh, he's dummied. He's tried a 1-2 with Tati. He can't. Spurs come out with the ball from deep in their own half. Sprays the ball wide right. Somerville's got the pace. He gets in front of the Spurs player. Plays the ball back into Areola. It's great tracking back from Somerville. It's really, really good. Where's the ball? Ball's falling down. 𝗪𝗁 wins it. No way, ref, man. He's given a free kick. What looked like a 50-50. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me. It's interesting because I can see the interaction between Tati and Pablo, and at some point in this game, I think you might see a little bit of a switch. And because, obviously, I think you might see Tati drop into that 10 and Pablo move up front. But what's interesting is we've obviously got Wilson on the bench, and the rumours are saying that he is going to be leaving the club. But why is he on the bench if he's going to be leaving the club? Interesting. Gives an option, doesn't it? Anyway, Free kick to Spurs. In the West Ham half. Ball whipped in. Cleared at the front from the West Ham defence. Spurs do have the ball though. Tottenham. Ball out wide left. Driving infield. Crosses it in. It's flicked onto the back post. Flicked into the middle. 𝗪𝗁𝗧 goes for a clearance. But it's still in the West Ham box. Ball whipped in. Back post. Their players are struggling. They're struggling to get around it there. Just kind of threw his foot at something and no effort really. And the ball's gone out for a West Ham goal kick. Yoyins. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment if you're watching on Facebook. Hit the like button if you're watching on X. Hit the follow button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, and if you're watching on TikTok, I don't know what you press. You just join us. Ball forwards. Tottenham come out with the ball down that left-hand side. Still on it. See they run. It's fallen into the path of Fernandes, but 𝗪𝗁𝗧 takes over. He plays the ball over left-hand side for 𝗪𝗏. 𝗪𝗏 is supported for Skiles, has made the overlapping run. Skiles has got it. Nothing on for him. Plays the ball back into Fernandes. Neat touch into 𝗪𝗏 on the halfway line. Down the left-hand side. Nothing on. Back to Fernandes. Back into Todibo. Nothing on for Todibo, so he plays over to 𝗪𝗁𝗧. 𝗪𝗁𝗧 is going to go long. Where is it? Who's there? No one's made it. Oh, Bowen's kept it in. Bowen has kept it in. Spurs have recycled that in their deep line. He's played it into a lot of traffic. Wan-Bissaka is pushing up deep. Oh, ref. No way, man. Such an easy foul to give away. What a touch that was from Jarrod Bowen to keep that ball in. Anyway, Spurs have got the ball. Just waiting any minute now. Ball forward. Spurs have got it. Tries to whip it into the box. Areola just keeps an eye on that. Now we should just hold on to that now and take ourselves in at half-time. I don't know if Russ is joining us for the halftime chat. Oh, he is. He is. He is. He is. West Ham come forward. Oh, tell you what, Spurs, man. Just dicing with a little bit of death back there. Ball forward from Spurs. Skiles does well. Heads the ball clear. Expect the referee to blow the whistle, which he has. Halftime. West Ham go in 1-0 up against Spurs. Yeah, I've been massively impressed with West Ham, to be honest with you. But I can see the second half. I can see the Spurs fans getting on the back of the Spurs team, and that might create an element of toxicity, which may play to the advantage of West Ham. But yeah, I thought West Ham have played really well. But listen, let me bring in DJ Russie. B in the house is a place to be. Look at this. Oh no, I was close. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Nearly. Oh look, he's fucked it up even more. Here you go. You should have just left it. Should have just left it. Actually, West Ham won up against Spurs. And Gary's given 5 gifts. He's happy. Thank you, Gary. Much appreciated. Speaking of, let's keep the good times going. Let's give away some stuff as per usual. We've got two bits to give away today. I've got, and apologies, people to chat with one. I've got to send out 2 as well. I've got to send some stuff out. These are good. These are good. These are good. We've got a signed Ian Bishop poster, which says, "Up the hammers, Ian Bishop." And then we've got this. This is nice. I didn't even realise I had this. Got signed, and Toby's given 5. Signed FA Cup, signed by Jeff Pike, Psycho, and Sir Trevor Brooking. How good's that? We're going to give them away for free, for gratis, for nada, for nothing. all you've got to do, what should we say? All you got to do is put in the chat this. All you got to do is put in the chat hashtag. Michael, I was just about to do that. 𝗪𝗏𝗡. Hashtag, how funny. Hashtag Super 𝗪𝗏𝗡. What a game that lad is having at the moment. What a game. And I've already got the thumbnail ready. Assassin's Creed 2. I've had Assassin's Creed. He was at the QPR game. And Assassin's Creed 2. Surely. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave that for a couple of minutes. Let people, all you got to do is put in the comments, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on YouTube, hashtag Super 𝗪𝗏𝗡, all one word with the hashtag. And some people will win some stuff. I've got to send off, there's a couple of guys I haven't sent their bits off to. I'm going to try and do it. If I don't do it next week, you'll get it by the end of the month, because I'm just so busy at the moment, mental at the moment. I don't know if anyone saw, if you follow our TikTok. And so, Mike, we've got to spell it right, otherwise you're not going to get it. It's 𝗪𝗏𝗡, not Somerville. It's 𝗪𝗏𝗡. So on Monday, I was at the bowling with recording a music video for a guy called Joseph J. Jones, who's written this song, West Abs. It's fucking good. I can't get it in my head. And that will probably be released beginning of February. So we did that, and there was like Jeff Pike was there, so Trev was there, Tony Cottee, Ashton, 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗁𝗪, Alan Kirbishley was there, and it was really good. It was really, I mean, the song's great, and it was really, really fun, and randomly ended up eating chunky chips with a Trevor, but the song's cracking. We're gonna get James. You're gonna get Joe on soon. So yes, so we're gonna do that. Let's draw the first one. Let's share my screen now. I'm gonna go. What's the best way to do it? Let's go to. I'm gonna go this way, and then I'm gonna add it in. So we're gonna. This one is for the signed Ian Bishop picture. So let's draw that and see which lucky bugger's gonna win that. So let's just go full screen, please. Full screen. Thank you. So that goes to KSX6. KSX6. Congratulations. Kudos to you. If you can email us your email address, your postal address to our email address, westhamnetwork@gmail.com. That is for the Ian Bishop signed photo. I've got to put it there so I don't forget it. So I don't give it away for another one, which hopefully I won't. The next one, and this is, as I said, this is special. I like this one. Didn't even realise I had this one. But this one is, so it's a World Cup one, FA Cup, not World Cup. We did with the World Cup as well, but the FA Cup 1980, signed by Jeff Pike, the original Psycho, and Sir Trevor Brooking as well. So Trevor Brooking, who I shared chunky chips with at the bowling on Monday. So keep that hashtag going in, and we're going to run that. Let's draw again, and let's add that to the thing. And obviously, if this is West Ham Network, we're going to do it again. It's only because it's just registered my hashtag as well, because we put it in the thing. So one lucky, but Michael, friend of the channel, Michael, well done, Michael. Michael does very well on these. He knows, you put it in and you chance. And actually, he did come up with the hashtag, so that's only fair. So Michael, if you can email us at westhamnetwork@gmail.com. We'll get that sent out to you. Probably won't be until maybe next week after, but it will get sent out to you before the end of the month, I promise. Congratulations to Michael. So great stuff. Absolute scenes. Right, so let's do that and do that. So if you could also, in the comments below, please give me your one-word halftime analysis. I just want one word. Well, there we go. You see, all works nicely. It's a nice piece. I didn't realize I had it, to be honest. I've got a chunk of things here, and I pull one out, and I thought, fuck, that's a really good one. So bit like Stefan. Sorry. Big up the new coach, possibly. Well, I mean, when they scored, he turned around, and he's obviously you got Raul there, the goalkeeper coach, but old Paco was there in the middle of it, weren't he? He was having it. As I said, I think this role could be crucial for West Ham, because, as I've said so many times, it's almost like, and I've said it. Yes, I said it, and pretty much with Conor Ben. It's. I think Robson and 𝗏𝗀𝗃, I don't think they know how to communicate with Nuno because they haven't met him, so they don't know him that long. Where someone like Paco knows him very well, he knows what he means, and sometimes, as I said, a coach will say, right, he'll bugger off, and then the head coach and then the assistant coach will then say, okay, this is what we need to do. This is what he's saying. So that sort of conduit between the two. And I think that's a massive role. And, you watch on the touchline, it does seem for me that Robbo and 𝗏𝗀𝗃 are very much facilitators rather than necessarily people who will say, I'm not sure if you're going to do that, Gaffer, and maybe because they haven't got that relationship yet. But someone like Paco does have that relationship with Nuno. So if Nuno's going to make a decision, he might go, not too sure, mate. So actually there's going to have someone who will be able to sort of bounce ideas off and also question some of the ideas as well. Right, let's have a look at your one-word halftime analysis. Positive, nice. Bravery, 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏, fantastic. New coach impact, one word, very cleverly use of that one word. Togetherness. Why is my thing not working? Come on. Anyway, togetherness is one of the ones, but it's not coming up for some reason. There we go. It's better in. Fantastic, says Tracy. That relation, Anton? Tracy Baker? Don't know. He's not paying attention. Mass illusionation, very good. Fan Dabidozi, nice one. The entire game be summed up with a single word, 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏. As I said, I've already got it ready. I've got, it's Assassin's Creed 2. That's the thumbnail ready. Accelerating. I guess my halftime thoughts is, are we watching Jimmy 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏 or Hazard? Best we've looked in ages. Tati for me is making a difference up front. He is again. It worries me slightly that we should be 2 or 3 up. We should be 2 or 3 up. Tati should have scored. I think Pablo was in a good chance for one as well. Bowen had a decent shot. That's going to worry me because, if we get closer and closer to the end and say it's still 1-0, we're going to get more and more nervous. We need to go and get that second goal to not kill the game off, but really have a decent chance of coming away with 3 points because, that's, looking elsewhere. Leeds are drawing 0-0 with Fulham. Fulham might be able to nick one there. Looking elsewhere, Nottingham Forest. If Nottingham Forest see that we've taken 3 points against Spurs, that's going to make them nervous for the Arsenal game. And for Arsenal, they've just seen that Man United have beaten Man City, so Arsenal need to go for a win to really hammer home that fucking advantage. So it could be really, really, really useful for me. Spurs losing the cup final. Gaza and Toby both donated some memberships. Thank you very, very much. This is exactly why he was the player of the championship when we purchased him. Simon says, don't want that half to end. Obviously, all the way in with the Dubai Hammers over in Doobs. He's been in fucking Australia at 40 odd degrees. Not fucking jealous at all. Actually, we do need to do another. We're well overdue. Another Brothers in Arms. Actually, we need to sort that out for next week or so. Wilson on the bench. I thought he left. He is on the bench. That's what I mean. I think he's still a West Ham player. And I wouldn't. I'd bring him on. I think I'd bring him on. I think. I would bring him on. And mate, Pablo's had I find him very awkward. I do, but I think there's a good player there. But if the subs decided I'd take off Pablo and drop Tati back and let him run around the sort of the front three a little bit and put Wilson up front, he's Todd. I like that. Pablo's actually looking good, better. He is. I think he's getting into the game. He gets fouled a lot, so I imagine he probably will get injured quite a bit as well, just because he does get in. He does seem to put his body on line. He reminds me of 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗏 really, the way he plays. He's really sort of like what's the word? I just find him a very awkward, very gangly player. So yeah, it's look, fuck it. It's doing the job at the moment for us, and we are 45 minutes away from potentially winning a game for the first time since November. So that would be nice. It's -10 here today. You jealous? Oh, terribly jealous. I think it's 40 degrees. Is that -10 like your temperature, like Fahrenheit or centigrade? Because I'm not a Fahrenheit person, I'll be honest. Where's his effort coming from? I think the effort's there, but it just seems like we have been trying. I just think it's the application. And to be honest, Spurs look at an absolute shell of themselves, to be fair, at the moment. They are ravaged by injury, let's be honest. With Richarlison, they've got top goal scorers out. Mohamed Kudus, who's their top assister, he's out, obviously. Obviously, Conor Gallagher hasn't really made much of an impact yet. But but no doubt he will in the second half. I think we need to keep an eye on 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗪. I mean, he's a good player, and I think a few times it's a little bit worried when he's a little bit isolated with 𝗪𝗏𝗏 on the left-hand side. I think Pablo looked a little overstimulated. He's got to calm down. I'm a bit worried about Tati as well because he got a yellow card quite early on, 30 seconds into the first half. So I'm a little bit worried about him. So maybe that might be a decision they make with maybe half an hour to go. Tati needs to be careful for us. I saw it for Wilson. Yeah, great shout. Very excited here in Alberta, Canada. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Put in the comments, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Because we're going to do some stuff. Connor's going to do some stuff with international hammers. So hammers are outside of UK, basically. So it'd be great to see where everyone is. So we can just make sure that makes sense in terms of what we're going to be doing it. But I think it is Michigan, US of A. The Michigan of US of A from Aruba. Very good, Rusty. Rusty Nutbag, very good. From the French Alps, says Bertrand Tapas. Isn't that the other thing? Forest, we played decent, should have won. Cup game was tough. We've got Sunny Salzburg. I'm watching from my recliner in Northern Ireland. Whereabouts in Northern Ireland, Mark? Let us know. Let's be more precise, please. I want to know where everyone's from. Obviously, I'm from sunny Hornchurch at the moment. Yes, we know you're from Dubai. We know that. Fucking hell. Don't go on about it too much. Got in your fucking YouTube name. Regards from Serbia. Looking forward to that. So, yes, I will get it out to you, Marla. I will do it. I need to get them all done. I've actually just ordered some more envelopes because I realised we're going to have envelopes across the pond in Dublin. In Dublin's fair city, where everyone is so pretty. Nice to see. Where else we got? We've got, I bet Kieran is watching. I bet he's snoozing. Yeah, he turns up when he wants, doesn't he? Old Kieran turns up when he wants. What else we got? Liverpool. We are playing in half because we have Pablo and Tati as targets. Northern Ireland, Lisbon. Is that right? Somerset from Stefan. So all over the place. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice when we're winning a game? It's so funny when you actually win a game, how you feel. But anyway, the second half is going to be kicking off very soon. Doesn't like any changes at halftime as yet. I wouldn't assume there would be until probably about 60 minutes. There's Richarlison. What a shame. What a shame he's not playing. What a shame. What a lovely man he is as well. They've had a shocking. It actually, what shot? Paulina's there as well. Missing him as well. What a player he is. You should watch our interview we did with Mitch, the Spurs fan, and it's so them Spurs fans and West Ham fans are so alike at the moment in terms of board, in terms of players they want to buy, that type of thing. Anyway, Anton is giving me the thumbs up, so we're going to bring Anton in, and I'm going to go.
Flawless. Russ will be back for the review show, yeah? Oh. We're back underway. Yes, he will be. Here we go, everyone. Oh, West Ham on the off straight away. Oh, Pablo nearly gets the ball back for West Ham in the Spurs 18-yard box. I need to set my timer up and running, don't I? Spurs with the ball, punt the ball up the field. Tadebo recycles, heads the ball back into the path for Areola to collect with his hands. We do need to convert more now. Big ball punted forward from West Ham. Areola, Tottenham get in front of that. Recycled by Fernandez. Ball over on the right hand side. Wan-Bissaka. Tottenham do get the ball back. Tate chases down the defence. Ball back with the Spurs keeper. Spurs have got the ball deep in their own half with their keeper. Tate chasing the ball down, as is Pablo. Good pressing from West Ham from the off. Fernandez comes in on Conor Gallagher. Gallagher gets around Somerville all the way back to the keeper. That's good chasing there from Pablo. It's great chasing from Pablo. He's not giving up that ball. Brilliant from Pablo. Good work rate. Even though Tottenham have still got the ball, I like that work rate from him. Spurs have got that ball down that right-hand side. Well done from Todibo. Unlucky. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Spurs got the ball on the edge of the 18. Well done from Bowen. Bowen. He's intercepted deep in the West Ham half. Bissouma from the edge of the box. Routine catch from Areola. Ollie Scarles. Ball can't find its way to West Ham. Conor Gallagher finds himself in a deep area of the Spurs half. Ball goes out. West Ham throw in. Come on, West Ham. Keep up this high intensity. That's what we want. Todibo plays the ball back. Areola punts the ball clear for West Ham upfield. Pablo wins the flick on header. It's unfortunate. Nearly about a few yards away from Tate. The ball back is with the Spurs keeper. Wan-Bissaka brings the player down. The referee blows up, gives a foul. More 50-50, to be honest with you. Spurs have got the ball. On the edge of the 18. Spurs have still got it. Skips by 1-2. Shot from distance. Goes wide. Anytime. Anytime. Come on, you Irons. Ball punted forward. It's unlucky from Pablo. West Ham have recycled though in the middle of the park. Headed ball back from the defender of Spurs back to their keeper. Romero deep in the Spurs half. Calling for players to come in and collect it. Ball down the left-hand side for Spurs as they drive into the West Ham half. Overlapping run. Simmons has got it. Overlapping run again on the edge of the 18. Holds on to it. Bowen's there. Spurs player keeps it in right on the corner flag. And then they hit it out and it's a West Ham throw-in. Honestly, I can honestly see Wilson coming on. I really can. He wouldn't have. I just don't think he would have included him, to be honest with you, Mandy. If he thought he was absolutely 100% going, I don't see the benefit of including a player if you're wanting him gone. Maybe they've had talks. I find the whole thing with West Ham absolutely fascinating. If you're an outsider looking in from the outside, you must be looking at the whole thing with Paquetá, with Wilson, with Nuno, with the owners. I think I seen someone said if you wanted a good TV show, you'd want to be behind the team, behind the scenes of West Ham. Fernandez goes 50-50. Does well with Gallagher, and he comes out on top. Brilliant from Fernandez. Ball forward, though, but we give it straight away. It's a bit annoying. The game's got a little bit of got a bit of a edge into it now. Ball forward from Spurs through the middle. Fernandez. It's brilliant from Fernandez. Honestly, it's so good. He drives. Oh, it's another heavy tackle from Spurs, but they win the ball back. The game is getting really feisty now. Oh, Bowen's brought him down. Full-blown yellow card. He says he's got the ball. It's an absolute yellow card from Bowen. It's an unnecessary tackle. I mean, to be honest with you, the game's building up now. The game's getting really tackle after tackle. I could see what Bowen was doing. No, he didn't even get anywhere near the ball. Is that 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃𝗃 from Spurs? Looks like he's about to come on. Mason, how have we been in the second half? Okay. It's been okay. It's not as intense as the first half, but it's been okay. It's been okay. The game's definitely heating up, though. 7 minutes into the second half, there's been a few big tackles lying in and around everywhere. Tottenham look like they're about to push forward with a substitution. It looks like 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃𝗃 is about to come on for Spurs. Just waiting on this injury. Just waiting on... what is this? Spurs with the ball inside the West Ham box, crosses it in, cleared from Fernandez. Fernandez is everywhere, man. Fernandez is everywhere. Spurs on the ball again, driving at West Ham defence. Crosses it in, Wan-Bissaka stands up, does really well. Another ball again. Spurs coming at West Ham. Oh, ball out on the left-hand side. Wan-Bissaka stands up to him. It's on the edge. Takes a deflection. Cleared from Scarles. Comes Spurs down the left-hand side again. Coming at West Ham, Xavi Simons. Onto his right foot. Oh, it's a good interception again from Pablo. Another good bit of effort from him. Great work rate down in that middle. Spurs, though, coming at West Ham, getting a little bit of pressure. Oh! It's a great tackle from Wan-Bissaka. Corner to Spurs. But it's a great tackle from Wan. One man. Come on, you Irons. 3 corners each. Spurs take it short. He's played it back in. Ball on the edge. Oh, Fernandez gets the ball. He holds on to it. Oh, he's done really well to find Bowen. He's going to spray over for, is he? For Pablo? For Chase Pablo? He's not going to have the pace to get there. Keeper comes out for Spurs. Clears for them. I don't know who's gone down. It's a bit of trouble in the middle of the park here. I think West Ham are going to pick up a free kick. Todibo, he must have taken out Bowen, and the players are getting a bit heated in the middle of the park. Oh, West Ham! Oh, it is a bit of a wild challenge on Bowen from Van de Ven, is it? Oh. Free kick, West Ham. So we've walked out with a free kick from that, you know. So I'll take that. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. United, United, United. Lions, 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 Lions. I can't help myself. I cannot help myself. Come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham. Mavropanos. Punts the ball over wide right. Oh. Their player, Spence, has made a wild attempt at getting that ball. He misses it, and Bowen just, if he'd just, he got a touch, he'd have been around him. Spence comes out with the ball, but gives it away straight away to West Ham, to Bowen. Ball goes out, West Ham throw in. JJ, is that JJ as in... JJ, is that you, JJ? If that's JJ, is that my niece JJ? I can't see from the profile picture. I think it is. West Ham recycle. Wan-Bissaka. Ball forward. Bowen. 𝗪𝗁𝗁 plays a neat ball out to Wan-Bissaka. Is it heavy? Is going to get it? Wan-Bissaka is going to get it. Crosses it in. Great cross. Pablo! Over the top of the bar. Do you know what? He swung like a kind of bit of an overhead kick. It does go over. I'm a bit panicky there. Hi, Jay. Hope you're okay. Hope you are okay. Hello, everyone. If you're watching on TikTok, X, Facebook, YouTube, we're everywhere. Anyway. Anywho. Spurs do have the ball. Playing it back with their keeper. Back over on the left-hand side. As they come forward, Pablo chases down. It's a great effort. Honestly, even though Pablo's fouled their player, I've got to give Pablo loads of credit for the element, for the work rate. Huge work rate. Honestly, I've been so impressed with his work rate today. I just wonder at some point, if West Ham go for a substitution, I can actually picture it now. Maybe they, I don't know, Conor Gallagher's got by, whipped into the box, cleared from 𝗪𝗁𝗁. There's 30 minutes left in the game. Pedro Porro, ball whipped in. Cleared from... Oh, it's a heavy touch from Conor Gallagher. Fernandez is fouled in the West Ham box, but West Ham do have it. Fernandez has stayed down. Scarles is playing the ball forward for Bowen to chase. 𝗪𝗁𝗁 does really well to clear that ball. Really does do well from West Ham to clear that ball, as does 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗁. But here comes Romero for Spurs. 30 minutes to go. Pedro Porro. Good interception there from Somerville. Great from Scarles. Wins West Ham a free kick. He does so well. Gets his body in front of that. I agree with you, mate. They're not scared to shoot at all. They really aren't. Tati and Pablo are not scared to have a go and have a dig. Anyway, it looks like Spurs are about to move first with the substitution. Oh, it's a great ball for Somerville! Pablo! Somerville! It's a great tackle from... I don't know who tackled that from Spurs. Van de Ven. Oh my God, it's a last gasp tackle from Spurs to stop Somerville breaking free. Here comes Spurs on the counter. Here comes Spurs on the counter. Ball over on the right-hand side. Ball on the edge. Bissouma. Oh, what a save from Areola. What a save from Areola. Oh. Solanke has come on. Tail's gone off for Spurs. And the player is not happy. Oh, this Spurs player is not happy. Internal problems at Spurs. Clear to see. Here comes a ball whipped in from Spurs on the edge of the box. Fernandes again with the header. Ball down that left-hand side. Ball whipped in. Cleared at the edge of the 18 from Bowen. Header back from Tate. Pablo gets stuck in, although they've got the ball though. Down the left-hand side, Pablo's getting stuck in again. Good, puts an interception on it. Brilliant from Pablo. Brilliant, Pablo. Go on, Pablo! Brilliant! Go on, Pablo! They've come out on top though. They've come out. Oh, it's great interception there from 𝗪𝗁. Great recovery from him. Ball crashed away from Fernandes. Spurs are pressing West Ham a bit now. West Ham having to really dig in deep efforts just to stop them just coming through at the final third. Ball whipped in from Spurs. Back post! Oh, it's a goal. Who is that? Oh, it's Romero. Oh, man. It's one each. It's one each. Oh, I'm so devastated at that. Devastated at that. It's just a big ball whipped in, and defensively, really, they should be on that. Oh, man. That's not great defending. I don't know how it's not even... He is marked. It's just... Should be doing so much better than that. Should be doing so much better than that. Should be so much better than that. It was coming, I suppose you could say, in the second half. Ball whipped in from West Ham. West Ham have kicked off already. Jeez, oh. A lot is happening right now. Romero with the goal for Spurs as Somerville tries to skip by their defence, crosses it in. Oh. This is worrying time, though, because it's like Tottenham come with the ball. They've whipped the ball up over. Areola comes out, collects it for West Ham. What is this? We've detected inactivity during your current live. Complete the verification. What? Here comes Spurs down that left-hand side. Recycled from 𝗪𝗁, Wan-Bissaka. Here comes Pablo. Pablo, what's he going to do? Oh, he's been pulled all over the joint, but he has lost the ball. Spurs come. Recycled again. Foul on their player. Free kick. Oh. Comes a free kick for Spurs. Ball whipped into the box. 𝗪𝗁. Ball up over. Rose from Spurs. But we're just dealing with a lot of pressure right now, and we need to try and get a hold of this game again. And to be honest with you, I'm wondering, What will the substitutions offer? Can they offer anything? %75% possession in the second half to Spurs to West Ham's 25%, but West Ham may latch onto a bad ball back from Spurs. They're under pressure. Bowen and Tati are pressurising Spence down there. Spence got a lot of work to do. He's found the ball, but Fernandez recycles. 𝗪𝗁 plays the ball out wide right to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka goes in early with a cross. Oh my God, Tati! Oh my God, that's really close from Tati. Oh. He's gone low with a bicycle kick. 𝗪𝗁 has done really well to get that ball out there. Wan-Bissaka has had to whip that ball in as quickly as he could before he was pressed down from the Spurs defenders. Tati's gone deep at the penalty spot and gone to ground. Overhead kick. Just gone wide. But Spurs come forwards. Foul on the Spurs player. Free kick Spurs. Free kick Spurs. Ball down the right hand side. Scarl stays with him. Flicks off Scarl's. Spurs corner. Comes Spurs corner. Ball whipped in. Cleared to the back post. Spurs come out with the second ball. Good intercept. Good tackle there from Scarls. Spurs still got that ball. Ball whipped in. Back post. 𝗪𝗁 is there. Ball headed down from Spurs into 𝗪𝗏. 𝗪𝗏 loses it though. West Ham just need to get a hold of this ball, recycle it the second time, bang, Spurs take the ball out and it's West Ham throw-in. West Ham lose the ball in the middle of the park. Tati gets stuck in. Referee's blowing up whistle for everything right now. We have not made a sub yet, no. We have not made a sub yet. As Spurs have got the ball down the middle. Ball whipped in, back post. Wan-Bissaka wins the header. But it's fallen into the path of the Spurs player. They're on the edge. Tries to play a neat 1-2. Wan-Bissaka does enough. 𝗪𝗁 loses it in the 18-yard box. Oh, it's a bit messy right now. It's a bit scrappy on the edge. Simmons blocked from 𝗪𝗁. Ball goes out. Spurs corner. Spurs have taken a short corner. Shot from distance. Goes wide. Goes wide. It goes wide. $20 minutes to go. Todibo. Back to Areola. Areola clears. 𝗪𝗏 heavy header. Spurs recycle with that second ball. 𝗪𝗁 stays there with Conor Gallagher. He's going to pull him down. He's going to get a yellow card. To be honest with you, I think 𝗪𝗁 had to do that. It's more of a professional foul. Because if not, he's Gallagher's. I think it's a no-brainer of a pull down from 𝗁𝗁𝗁. Here comes a free kick from Spurs. A dangerous area. Ball whipped in, back post, up over the top. West Ham goal kick. Definitely substitutions. It looks like Guido Rodriguez is coming on. Guido Rodriguez. Thibault. Areola. Punts the ball forward. Pablo chests the ball down. Oh, it's intercepted, but Bowen wins the ball back. But then they've won the ball back. Handball from Simmons. Free kick West Ham. Messi, we just cannot get a hold of the play really at all. So I've seen Guido Rodriguez with his tracksuit off. Ball forward from Scarles. Pablo just chests that ball down into the path of the Spurs players. Spurs are kind of getting first and second to the ball just now. Todibo does recycle it for us deep in our own half. They're starting to press us from the off. Areola under pressure. Punts the ball clear. Bowen does enough. Tati gets in front. He wins West Ham the foul. He's done well. Tati's done well there. Bit of an exaggeration. An aggressive clap. We've only had 3 attempts in the second half to Spurs 9, where we had 11 in the first half. Ball's back with Todibo. He puts the ball over to Konstantinos Mavropanos. Punts the ball forward for West Ham into kind of no man's land. Wan-Bissaka does do well to win that. Oh, Pablo's been fouled, but his 2-set comes out. Oh, Wan-Bissaka's finding himself upfield. Oh, he plays the ball over right hand side. Cleared from Spurs. What is going on? The ref's blown up. I thought it's a throw in deep in the Spurs half. Pablo's still down injured. He gets up. Oh, that's a good tackle from Romero, to be fair. Comes a throw in from West Ham. Big throw in from West Ham. Tati wins the header. Bowen on the edge of the 18. Cleared from Spurs. Todibo, bit of a wild. Does hit the ball. Spurs come out with it down the right hand side. The overlapping run's made, but Spurs do keep hold of it. Ball out wide right hand side. Pedro Porro is going to whip that ball in. Areola comes out, punches it clear. Well done from Somerville. And Todibo does win that back for West Ham. Plays it over to Wan-Bissaka. He's giving the ball straight away. Somerville tries to do enough. Fuck's sake, there's another foul again. Oh, get a hold of this ball, West Ham. Get a hold of this ball. Good interception there from 𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁. Plays the ball forward for Bowen. He travels down that right-hand side. Bowen Spence is caught with him, fouls Bowen. Does Bowen get a free kick? I think he does. I think he does. Guido Rodriguez. I'm trying to work out the dynamics of this team. If he does, you can't bring off Souček or Fernandez. Is it Pablo? Yeah, I think it's going to be Pablo. Good ball forward for West Ham. Bowen brings it down. It's a cross in. I don't know how Bowen gets that cross in. We have won a free kick from a tackle down there. I thought the ball... is he going to give a yellow card to the Spurs player? To Spence? He has, yeah. Romero. Piss off, mate. Fair play to Bowen, but he's won West Ham a free kick from absolutely nothing. Come on, West Ham. Here comes Pablo. Off for Rodriguez. Honestly, I genuinely think Pablo's had a really good game. He has. I think he has. I genuinely do. Got to give him a big shout out. Rodriguez. Fuck's sake. Right, here comes a free kick in a dangerous area. Guido Rodriguez is on the park. He's definitely not playing in that further advanced role. So, Scarl's on the free kick. It is right. Oh, right at the front post. It actually looked like he was whipping that right on top of the keeper, and Van der Ven has had to head that clear, and it's now became a West Ham corner. Oh, 10 minutes to go. Ball whipped in. Right onto... Oh, keeper comes out, collects it, no problem at all. So the question is, what's the mindset behind that substitution? Is that to protect a draw when we need to win? Are you taking a point over 3? Or are you willing to risk the 1 for none? You're willing to risk the 1 for 3? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you not just give Wilson a run, man? You don't put Wilson on today. I mean, what's the point in having him in the squad? Mavropanos does really well, plays that ball out wide, right hand side. Bowen crosses it in, back post. No one's there. No one is there to attack. No one is there to attack. Ball forward from Spurs. Where is it? Arriola comes out, collects it. Plays it into Guido Rodriguez. Rodriguez out to Somerville on the left. No one there to support him. Scarls to Debo. Guido Rodriguez sprays the ball over right hand side for Mavropanos. Mavropanos drives forward for West Ham. Ball over to Debo. Debo on the left-hand side for Scarles. No, it's not for 𝗪𝗲𝗀. 𝗪𝗲𝗀 plays the ball for Scarles. Ball whipped in. Oh, it's a glancing header. It's unlucky. It's unlucky for 𝗪𝗏𝗧. Ball forward from Spurs. Wan-Bissaka does enough. They come out on top with it. Simmons down that left-hand side. Plays the ball through the middle. Spurs player stayed down. Spade the ball over the right-hand side. Good interception there from Scarles. What's he going to do? Puts the ball forward for 𝗪𝗏𝗧, but nothing on. Spurs recycle, get the second ball. Pedro Porro plays the ball over. Van de Ven of Spurs. Tottenham come and start advancing on West Ham's half. Here comes Spurs, Tottenham. Oh, there's a gap with Conor Gallagher. Shot blocked from Todibo. Pedro Porro. Tottenham still have the ball. Van de Ven. Ball up over the top, back post. Two players there. Conor Gallagher. I don't know where the ball is. Why can't West Ham get rid of it? Don't pull him down. Do not pull him down. I do think VAR will look at that. I just don't know why I think VAR is going to look at this. Have they given a handball on Gallagher anyway? It's not a penalty. No penalty. No penalty. Who's he giving a yellow card to? Who's the ref giving a yellow card to? VAR is checking. VAR are they checking for Scarles' handball? Shit. There's no way that's a penalty, man. They're checking for like a fingertip ball touching Scarles' hand. It's in a natural position. There's no way you can give a penalty for that. Game's gone if you give a penalty for that. Play on. Todibo, big clearance, just pinball in the middle of the park here for West Ham and Spurs as Tottenham come out on top. There's 3-on-3. Todibo's got a pace there, does well. Oh no, is Todibo injured? Todibo's still down. There's no penalty, by the way. No penalty. Pedro Porro. Crossed over, cleared from West Ham. Ball whipped in. Pedro Porro on the edge of the box. Back to Spurs player. Crosses it in. And it's going to be another corner to them. Hits off Bowen. Ball whipped in from Tottenham to the back post. Headed in. Cleared from West Ham. Plays so defensive, man. There's only so much pressure you can invite all the time. Can't keep inviting this amount of pressure. Tottenham, ball whipped in, back post, but it's gone all the way over everyone, and Pedro Porro's there. Back whipped in again, cleared from West Ham and Fernandez. Bowen's latched onto it, but then they've recycled with the second ball. Bissouma plays the ball over, middle of the park, deep in the Spurs half. Conor Gallagher drops in deep, he collects it for Spurs. Rodriguez follows, big ball forward from Conor Gallagher. It's a good ball. Pedro Porro tries to get on top of it. Oh, shit, it's a Spurs corner. It is a Spurs corner. It is a Spurs corner. Jens. Come on, Jens. Here comes another substitution from Tottenham. What are we on? 2 minutes plus added time. Ball whipped in. Cleared from 𝗪𝗁, but they get the second ball. Tottenham with the ball still. Pedro Porro whips the ball in. Falls onto the edge. Shot from distance. It's a save from 𝗪𝗲𝗏. Looks like as if it came through a crowd of players. Simmons from the edge of the 18. Whips it full force. Bottom corner. And yeah, fair play. I mean, he's never going to be able to hold on to that. He's had to kind of just push that wide. Ball whipped in from Spurs. Cleared from Somerville. But it's fallen back to the edge of Simmons. Somerville comes out. Takes a deflection off of Somerville. Ball's in the mix. Spurs seem to be getting to every second ball right now, and especially in the second half. Gallagher. Rodriguez. A lot of pressure coming West Ham's way. They've taken the throw in nice and early. Now it's with Gallagher down that right-hand side. Blocked from Guido Rodriguez again. Another throw-in coming in from Tottenham. Here comes a change coming for West Ham. And Tottenham, is it? Tottenham making double sub. Double substitution from Spurs. Nah, it's no West Ham subs. No West Ham subs. Oh, it is. Callum Wilson. Take your time, Nuno, mate. Take your time. Here comes Tati. Callum Wilson is coming on. To be honest with you, I'd have preferred Wilson coming on a lot earlier. And the whole Wilson situation, I'm really confused about. But he's got 6 minutes to try and do something here. Six minutes. Come on, Callum Wilson. Here comes a big throw in coming from Tottenham. Here it comes. Who's there? They've won the header. Still inside the West Ham 18-yard box. Cleared from Somerville. Wants to bring the ball back. Free kick West Ham. Mate, I'm living abroad. I live abroad. I live abroad. That's all we need. All we need is one chance. All we need is one chance to fall into the path of Wilson. Wan-Bissaka, deep in the Spurs half. He whips the ball in. Oh, Wilson! Fucking hell, oh my God! Oh my God, Pedro Porro has actually saved Spurs. Wilson's chested it down. He's demolished all of the defenders. What a touch! We cannot get rid of Wilson. I'm telling you now, we cannot get rid of Wilson. Oh my God. Oh my God, Pedro Porro has saved Spurs. Pedro Porro has actually saved Spurs. Corner West Ham. Ball whipped in. Right on top of the keeper. Yeah! 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 Chances of fucking VAR. Not an ounce of it. Wilson! Yeah! Yes! Wilson, baby! Go on, oh my days! Callum Wilson! Callum Wilson! Callum Wilson! Come on, you Irons! Come on, you Irons! Ow! What are they checking for an offside for? Goal stands, West Ham! Yes! Yes! Ah! Oh, what fun it is to watch West Ham win, are we? Come on, you Irons! Come on, you Irons! I'm really sore. Shut ref! Oh my God. Oh, Wilson, you legend, mate. Wilson, you absolute legend. You absolute legend. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. I'm unbreathable. I can't breathe. I cannot breathe. Come on, West Ham. Go on, Callum Wilson! Wilson! Ball punted forward. Bowen. Oh. Come on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Spurs are going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at West Ham. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. Oh, cleared from West Ham. Corner. Here comes a corner from Spurs. Ugh. Come on. Come on. Ball whipped in from Spurs. Where's the ball? They've won the header. West Ham goal kick. can't cope. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Please just blow the whistle. Come on. 𝗪𝗲𝗚𝗚. Why are you not blowing the whistle? Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle. Yeah, smash it clear. It's falling into Spurs. Blow the whistle! Ball sprayed over right hand side. Ball whipped in. Oh, it's a great block from Scarles. Blow the whistle, ref. It's a throw in to Spurs. Blow the whistle, man. We're 2 minutes in. They're going to go for a big throw in. Big throw in. Oh, shit. Oh, it's a great tackle. Oh, no, it's still falling to Spurs. Where's it? Ball back post. Oh, my God! Off the line! Ref! Brilliant from Tadebo. Brilliant from Tadebo. Blow the whistle! Yeah! No. What are they doing? Blow the whistle, ref, man! Blow the whistle! It's a throw in to Spurs. Throw in Spurs. They've taken it short. Ref's got to blow the whistle, man. We're 3 minutes over. Ball whipped in from Spurs. Back ball. Let it go. Yes! 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 Oh, Wilson! Oh, Callum 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 Wilson! Oi! 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 Oh, Callum Wilson! Oh, Callum Wilson! Oi! Oh, Callum Wilson! Oi! Oh, Callum Wilson! Oi! Come across the review. Have your say. I can't breathe. The game's still not playing. We've won the game. We've won the game. Oh my God, we needed that so bad. But anyway, come across. Thanks for joining us on the YouTube show, on X, on Facebook. Come across. You can stay with me on TikTok if you want. We can't because you won't be able to hear anything. I can't breathe. Right, I'll see you across on the review show. Much love.